Hello everybody, and welcome to the Gilded Flask, where adventure is never far. Happy New Year! Good to see you guys again. We've been away for a couple of weeks, but it's good to be back. My name is Barry, and I will be your Dungeon Master for this session, and I'm joined with three wonderful people. Please introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Anne, and I play Kala Lilacat, the Inquisitive College of Spirits Bard.
Hello, I'm Daniel. I play John, the human puppet of midnight.
And I'm Marissa. I play Casariel, the ASMR Twilight Cleric.
If you have never visited our place before, welcome in. Good to see you. If you are live with us on Twitch right now, good to see you. Great. Hang out and chat. Also hang out in our Discord. We will be there during the break to talk with you guys. If you are not live with us, you can follow us on YouTube, or if you are on the go, you can also listen to us through your favorite podcast channels, because we post our recordings live to YouTube. We post them to all the big podcast networks, so you can find us basically wherever. But if you want to follow us live, get to our Twitch channel. Oh yes. We have a whole lot of people that are being awesome and helping us in one way or another. And if you want to check out who all those people are, then please check below the video on YouTube, or stick with us until the break, where we will list all the people that are currently sponsoring and or helping us make creating this awesome content. And with that, let's head into the tale.
Tell me, do you like ghost stories? I've been investigating people vanishing mysteriously into the night, never to return. It looks like I've found out where they've been.
Good evening.
I don't like this place. The air feels heavier.
Did you hear that?
What do you mean he's watching?
In this place, nothing is what it seems.
We come from an ancient land.
There's no time for this. What are you looking for?
This place has taken my father and my mother. It will not have me.
We gotta move, now.
Oh, I do love a good mystery.
Barovia is mine, and so are you.
Such a wonderful intro. For the first time this year, I'm going to say it. Not that I said it like already 30 times last year or something. What an amazing intro made by our very own Casariel. You did such an amazing job. Thank you so much for making that. It's so cool. All right, so where were we last time? You guys are going to have to help me a little bit, because it's been a couple of weeks. But last time, you guys were over in the Abbey, right? You started in the Abbey.
Mm-hmm.
You have looked around a little bit over there. You have found a companion that is now traveling with you, Esmeralda Davenir, who is also doing some investigation and research on Strahd and his movements and his plans. And she talked with you guys, and you decided to join forces, so she's traveling with you right now. She is looking for her master, her teacher. So that is something that she said is important to her. You talked with the abbot over in the Abbey, who has helped Casariel to get rid of her lycanthropy that she accidentally caught. It's like a common cold, you know. It's,
Oops
that's
and
Barovia.
This happens to everybody, right?
I mean, that's Barovia, right? You don't catch a common cold. You just get lycanthropy. That's like the lowest here. After all that, you left the abbey and you traveled to the old wizard tower, which Esmeralda told you was also used by her old teacher as a base of operations. You scoured the tower. You found a couple of interesting things, a couple of books. You found a talking bust statue called Busty, who can talk about languages and knowledge and stuff, but you haven't really used him just yet because
He
you barely
has
met him.
the
You
gift
decided,
of far-seeing as well.
yeah, to a degree, agreed. So you decided to take him with you. So he's currently
You
in your bag
frightened.
of. You put him in a bag of holding, right?
Yeah, he's hanging out with bagmen at the moment.
Yeah, so he's hanging out like you're just chugging along with the zoo in your bag, like
A meddlesome menagerie.
Mm-hmm.
And you found some interesting hints and scribblings in the top of the tower, made presumably by Rudolph, which is the teacher of Esmeralda. Teacher himself, however, was not there. You then decided to travel on to Vallaki to go to the Blue Water Inn to meet up with Casariel's mom, as was promised to you through a letter. And when you came to Vallaki and you went to where the Blue Water Inn once was, you were shocked to see that the Blue Water Inn was no more. Instead, another building was erected there. Or rather, the building is still the same, but the decorations are a little different. No longer fittingly called the Blue Water Inn. Apparently the place is now called the Sanguine Inn. And as you approach the area, you notice that the fences and the front of the building's decorations are all in red, and that the one thing that you can see everywhere are roses. Place looks definitely different, but it kind of reminds you of something. And from there, it's up to you.
Looks like our friend Ernst is moving up in the world.
Carla's going to tap Esther on the shoulder. Wait, Esther?
Esmeralda.
No,
Oh, Esmeralda?
Escher. Escher. No, she's going to tap him on the shoulder. Esther, darling. Esther.
Escher, and yes.
Can we have John back just for this little bit, please? I'll owe you a favor.
I'll take a back seat for a moment and step in if I'm needed. Have your puppet back.
Are we back at the Rose?
It seems to be the same management, different building, however.
Smells funny.
And in John's head, Carol will message, "We're going to see Casariel's mom, so I just thought it would be better if you were here for her. Try to fight him off if he comes back."
I'll try. Haven't really figured out how. Yeah. I'll work on that. Anyway,
You guys look up and see Casariel, and she's just standing still, staring at this door. Like, you don't see Casariel scared very often. She looks terrified.
Casariel, how are you feeling?
What? What do you mean? I'm fine.
Well, we've come all this way. This is it. This is what we came here for.
Yeah, I know. What are you waiting for? Why are you guys being so slow? Come on, let's go. And she'll just start like walking to the door.
I glance over at Carla.
I give him a nod to follow closely with her and kind of hang back a little bit with Esmeralda.
Who will follow in your footsteps, and she will murmur under her breath, "This looks a lot different than last time I was here."
Like I said, new management, it seems.
Well, at least it looks pretty.
Mm.
I'll follow
As you get closer
Casariel.
to the door, is Casariel also coming?
Yep, I'm definitely coming.
As you get closer to the door, you notice that there is a bouncer standing outside, and he looks at the four of you, and he says, "Party of four?"
We're here to smell the roses.
That's the other establishment. This is a classy place.
Yep,
Well, the
4
place is
is
pretty classy.
perfect.
Mm. It's going to be standing room then. Most of the tables are filled. If you're okay with that, go on in.
All right.
We're here to meet someone. I look over at Casariel again.
Everyone's here to meet someone.
Fair enough.
You open the large cherry wooden doors, and as you do, you are greeted with the smell of a fine establishment, alcohol, roses, and a thick smoke. And as you smell that, you also hear music. The place itself definitely looks a lot different than last time you guys were here. Give me 1 second while I also reveal that. I need to draw a little box around that.
Here's some
love the music.
smooth jazz.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you guys like the music.
I love it.
It's very
Has a
fitting.
distinct Dutch feeling to it.
Oh my.
Ooh.
The establishment has changed quite a bit. The Blue Water Inn wasn't exactly a rundown bar by any means, but it was a bar inn. You know, with lots of tables to accommodate many people, a large bar that was kept relatively clean, and a lot of patrons just minding their own business and drinking. The Sanguine Inn right now looks more like a nightclub, where a couple of grand tables are hosting people that are wearing their finest, drinking expensive drinks bought from a very tiny bar in the corner of the room. You see seating areas with pillows, and you see that the place is completely packed with faces, new and old. The place is booming.
You said there's a bar that's visible?
Yeah, it's a very small bar that is like in the western part of the room, like behind a wall. The wall is like a trellis, so you can see through it.
Okay, I'm gonna go straight to the bar. I don't know where it is on the map though.
Oh, it's the... hang on, let me just walk Esmeralda over there as well, because she can use the drink too.
I'm scanning the crowd for Celessaria or
Beautiful.
There you go.
Strahd.
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, that
That was a hefty dice roll.
3 turned into a 6. So
I heard like a boulder falling over there.
really? Is
Yeah.
I wonder is my microphone too loud?
No, it isn't, but that sounded really funny.
I just rolled a 3 again, just to test the sound, but oh well, okay, 2 3s. But anyway, I got a 6. So
You see a lot of faces, but nothing that you immediately recognize. A couple of people that you think you know, but you're not sure.
Carla, where's Carla? Trying to keep track.
The strongest thing you have would be, I say to the barkeep.
The dwarven lady that you might recognize from in the Sanguine Rose looks over at you. She says, what? Strongest? That'd be me, honey. No.
I
Yeah, we
think
have...
strongest then.
I got some dragon spirits. You want that?
3.
3 dragon spirits. Wonderful. 3 gold.
I give her 3 gold.
And she hands you
John,
3
do you
tiny
want
shots.
something? Did you want something?
Where?
And Casariel just 1, 2, 3 slams them.
Where's
All 3 of them.
Carla?
Yeah.
This place is too crowded.
Okay. I roll me a Constitution saving throw on that.
Oh, that's a 19 plus saving throw.
Yeah.
21.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh.
You're a tiger. you can take him.
Yeah, I'm a tiger.
Right.
I can take it.
So she's doing that. I say, Esmeralda, keep an eye on her. She's pretty good at this, but like, keep an eye on her. I'm gonna go look for Carla. Where did she go?
Okay.
Carla is going to cast invisibility. Kind of as they enter the door, she's going to see Casariel make like a straight shot towards the bar, and John do the same. And she's going to turn invisible as they're kind of moving with their like cloaks billowing her small form. She'll try to very sneakily do that, so they don't notice.
I will show your token about this with a little invisibility logo.
That's
There you go.
funny.
Very funny. And what she's going to do is she's going to do a lap at the bar and try to listen in on interesting topics of conversation, any gossip she can pick up, any little tidbits of information. She's wandering around trying to listen in on that.
All right. As you go over there, you hear a lot of familiar voices. You notice that Anaconda is over here as you pass her by, who is just basically talking smack with it's a very raunchy discussion that's happening over at this table.
Mm-hmm.
A little further away towards the bar, you pass a very familiar voice that is talking about his latest exploits with this one blonde girl from Valaki. It's
Bad.
it's your beau from a couple of nights ago.
Absolute.
Which one?
Oh,
Okay.
that is fair. I'm sort of like passing around, just kind of trying to, anything interesting basically is what I'm trying to pick up in terms of gossip or like information.
If you pass by John, you're hearing, have you seen a little she's not a little girl, she's and that's
She's gonna, if she, as she's like passing him, hearing him, like, do you see Carla? She's gonna like give him a little like poke and then continue on.
Can I just quickly do a quick check?
and we're back.
And we're back. Hello. Sorry for that. All right. Continue.
Yep, so
Yep.
I am going to be looking around for any information, gossip. If I can't get any, then that's okay.
Give me 2 investigation checks, separate ones.
Oh.
I got 2 ideas, so give me 2.
Got 2 of them. You know what? I'm actually so happy whenever I roll a natural 1 because I'm lucky. Not that lucky though, apparently. That's a 4.
Okay.
So I have 4 plus 8 is 12, and then I have a 22.
All right. So in most places, it's just idle gossip, people flirting with each other. There's a relatively pleasant atmosphere here. Like it kind of reminds you of the Sanguine Rose. Like whoever is running this place, they're doing a pretty good job. However, if you as you get closer to the table where you are right now, you do catch one thing, which is a couple of people looking over their shoulder at the singer who is currently on stage behind you. And you hear them say, you wouldn't think that she is the way she looks right now, right? Like, it's amazing how well she can hide the fact that, well, you know.
Oh, okay. Carla is going to kind of snake closer to her then, and really like, but she's gonna. Oh God, well, I mean, if I do another spell, that'll drop concentration. Okay, I think she's just gonna like hang out here and see, like, look for any like suspicious activity with this woman. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and let the others kind of continue on until I'm needed.
All right. Roll me one more dice for perception.
Ooh. Okay, that is 16.
The lady that is currently singing has a very silky, smoky kind of voice. The kind of voice that you would hear right now, and that is like in this, you know, very like fitting in this establishment. She's wearing a very form-fitting black dress, which is really like showing her body, and it's a sight to behold, for sure. From the angle where you are standing right now, you can see both sides of her body. And one thing you do notice, like off the cuff, it's hard to notice, but when you stare, you might catch a bit of it, is that right near her lower end of her body, there's a very, very slight protrusion under her dress. Almost as if she has a very small tail or something. It's hard to tell, but...
Interesting. Alright. Okay, tailed woman is not that bad in comparison to what we've seen recently. Yeah, so if that's all that I can kind of make out, I'll like kind of context clues do that. And I will pass back along this way. Like as I'm passing through like a curtain, with a flourish, I will become visible again and pop right up next to John.
Awesome.
I can't find her, and something keeps poking me. Can I have one of those, Casariel? Oh, you drank it. Oh, hi. Hi.
I'll take the shot that John was going to take. Drink it.
Found her. Hey.
Thank you for that.
3 more, please. What was your name?
You asked it from the lady at the bar?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Torga. We've met before, right? Sanguine Rose. Took your weapons.
I'm so
remember?
sorry. Of course we did. Yes, of course we did. I knew your name was beautiful. I just couldn't remember what it was. Torga. Yes, 3 more, please.
One for me too.
Would you make that 5, actually? We'll get one for Esmeralda. And I just need 1 extra. And like the biggest, tallest thing you can give me.
Can I have...
Yes, one for
Okay.
you, one for Esmeralda, and then an extra one, John. Do not worry.
So Torga looks around and she says, okay, so that's 5 shots and the tallest thing that I can find. I
Tallest
guess
beverage
that...
you can give me.
Oh, beverage. Okay. That would be like a long beer.
I'll take one of those, thank you.
Wonderful. That'll be 5 gold and 2 silver.
Carla will pay that one.
Casariel just moves over and lets Carla pay with the party funds.
Yep. Still going strong. It takes a lot for me. Okay.
Do you have
So
any
Esmeralda
champagne?
takes her shot and looks over at Casariel and she says, look, I'm not really sure what we're doing here, but from what I gathered, this is very important to you, so...
We're meeting
Cheers.
her mother.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
not a lot of people have family in here. That's very special. I can't wait to meet her.
Us
Cheers.
too.
Cheers. Take the shot.
What does it smell like? Does it smell like normal alcohol?
It does. It's so this is Dragon
Everclear.
Spirit, and yeah, that's better. It's like it has that like telltale alcohol smell to it. You don't drink this to be like, if you want to be elegant, you drink wine. Even beer would be more elegant. This is just to get you drunk. This stuff is just, it's strong, and that's really about it.
Oh, yeah.
How many of these have you had, Casariel?
3. I've still got my other one in my hand.
That was strong. I think I'm good.
I'm gonna slap him on the back. Put his hair on your chest.
It's like a nutty flavor to it.
Carla is going to take. Sorry, Carla's going to take the bear, kind of hold it out next to her, and the mage hand will rise from the ground, wrap around it, and take it over to where Vintori is sitting and spill it all on him.
Oh, perfect. So
Don't fuck with Carla.
this is one of
Do
those
not.
tall glasses. I don't know if you've ever seen those, but they're it's like a tall glass that at the bottom is like a bulb. So there's about like, say about half a gallon worth of beer in there. It's like almost like a staff. And you just throw all of that over Zintori, who is doused in relatively cheap beer.
And as he gets doused, the hand like disappears, so it just seems like it came out of nowhere. And I'll just like stay up against the bar.
As he turns around angrily to see who did that, and as he turns around, he sees the whole crowd gathered over there, including the 3 of you. You catch a hint of that he knows what's up, but he decides the better of it and turns back.
Good. Last time there was a bear. I can go with
Wise
it.
decision.
Torga, have you seen a woman that looks remarkably like this one? And I'll point at Casariel, hanging around.
No, I think I would have remembered. Unless you mean, well, she doesn't really look like it, but maybe one of those two girls over there. As she points to the other side of the room, just beyond Centauri, where two blonde girls are standing near, like an alcove. They definitely do not look like Casariel or her mom, but they're blonde.
I get. Are we meeting Ernst then here, or?
I think we'll know when we see her. This is the full moon, right? I would assume that we
Yes.
checked. This is the right time. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just going to take my shot, and I'm going to just make a sweep around the room.
Yeah.
It's going to slowly kind of walk around the room.
Is this a wall,
Right.
or is this like a low-hanging wall that you can still see the bar from?
It's a, I believe it's called a trellis. It's like, it is a wall, but
Okay.
you can see through it.
I'm gonna go to the restroom, or I'm gonna go to the latrines, and he's gonna try this door and to open it.
And it opens, definitely not the latrines, but nobody's really stopping you. As you open up the door, you look straight into the kitchen, where a couple of not too good-looking gentlemen are chopping away at food and whatnot, and they look rather unsavory. And they look over their shoulder at you and they say, "What do you want?"
Bathrooms, where are they?
"Outside."
He points at the door that is obviously through the kitchen. That way?
"No, just through the... Just, look, just go outside. Like, we don't have bathrooms. We don't need just go outside."
This place is the worst. And close the door.
Casariel, as you make your way down the steps over there, you Anaconda, who is sitting at the table very close to you, catches your eye, and as she does, she quickly bends over the table, says a couple of things quickly, and then stands up and walks over to meet you. Before you can say anything, she wraps her arms around you and plants a kiss on your cheek, and she says, "It's so good of you to join us."
Pleasure.
So how have you
Does Casariel
guys been? How
remember
have you
her?
guys been? I hope so. I don't know. If you don't, then you don't. But she was the
Marissa
acting
doesn't.
manager.
She was
She was
making a
the
pass at
acting
John
manager
at
in
one
the.
point.
Yeah, she was the acting manager at the Sanguine Rose.
Oh,
He was with us with Strahd after we met him on the road when we gave him
That too.
back the-
oh.
Yeah, that was the one that was flirting with John, and you were like, "Fucking no."
And John
Get out of
did
here.
not even
Oh.
notice.
Yes.
Right. Okay. It's so good to see you again. We're doing well. New establishment, I see.
Yeah, a lot of work, but it's paid off, right? It looks so much better than the old place. It's unfortunate for the Martikovs, but hey.
Indeed. I mean, it looks wonderful. You've really done something with the place.
Mm-hmm.
Any secret rooms here that weren't here before? Maybe you could tell me about. Just between us.
Oh, well, I can show you a couple if you got a couple of minutes.
Oh my. Do you know who I know would love that?
Oh, really? Well, I'm pretty sure that your party members will be able to enjoy themselves over here. Why don't we just slip out and have some fun together?
Oh, I wouldn't dream of not bringing at least Carla with me. You know, this is really something that she's into.
Oh, triple
Secret
trouble. Okay,
places.
I'm in.
All right. Carla? Oh, John!
Yeah. Esmeralda,
we're really something of a package. The three of us. So,
What a package you are.
do you mind if we all come?
Oh, I really don't.
Wonderful. She's going to show us the secret places here. I thought Carla in particular, you'd love that.
Oh yes, Mia, love secrets, love mysteries. How has the establishment been going? And Carol's going to try and like engage her in conversation, make her like lead the way, so that Casariel has a bit of time to recuperate.
Oh, well, she says as she starts walking. Esmeralda, by the way, will continue to get, well, not sloshed, but she's drinking at the bar.
Mm-hmm. She deserves it. She works so hard.
It's been, it's been a long time coming, and we're happy that, it's finally time to, change this place around. We've only been open for a week, but in this week we have had a better turnover than the Martikovs have had in years, so we do better.
As they're passing Vintori, Carol is going to summon Mage Hand, and as she walks past, it's going to slap him in the head as he's looking at her. Keep going.
So technically you can't do that with Mage Hand, but I'm so allowing that. So
yeah. I mean, if nothing else, he's going to see a skeletal hand appear in front of his face, and that should be terrifying enough.
It slowly drags the fingers across his face, like
yes.
Ugh.
That's filthy. Yeah. Okay. So as you walk outside through the double door, she walks to what you guys might remember are the stables. And she stands next to the door. She says, so, same thing like before. And she opens the door. And as she does, you notice that instead of a stable, they've created another bathhouse here.
All right. I'm going to stop her before she gets too far, and I'm going to be like, "Oh, did you misinterpret? I mean, it's very flattering that you want, all of this, but I don't think any of us want to see Casariel's."
Oh, but I do.
No, not you. Your mother's in her skivvies. We have a meeting arranged with someone from Strahd's. The Lords.
I know, but before you go there, I just wanted to have a bit of fun. Why do you have to be so serious, so businesslike? You need to relax a bit, you know that?
Oh, I've actually never been told that ever. It's the first time.
So, you know about the meeting?
But of course. I was waiting for you.
Great. Well, where is it?
You sure you don't want to just, relax a little bit, look your best? I mean, gosh, you've been on the road all day. You look terrible.
That's not true. No, I'm ready to go now.
Oh, are you sure?
Quite sure. It's an important meeting, but maybe later.
Oh, rain check then. Okay. You could just go upstairs. If you go back in, there is a staircase just behind the stage. Go ahead and go up there and just down the hallway. It's the last door on your right.
Wonderful. You're dear. Thank you.
Oh, I know. When you come back downstairs, do give me a call, will you? Just poke me and we'll have some fun over here. Yeah?
Of course.
Wonderful. Well, good luck. As she walks right out in front of you back to her table.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill her later.
Oh, I would encourage it even. That was a waste of bloody time. Also calling us, we look great. You have the sparkly thing, the one that makes you look nice. Like the presentation.
No.
Gets rid of all the dirt.
No. John, do you have that?
Oh, I've got you covered.
Oh.
And he does an array of strings appears around and essentially takes a moment to make everybody sparkling clean.
Okay, much better. I'll pull out the finery that I got from the mage armoire, and I'll show it and be like, "Do you want to try on a piece, just in case, just to get dolled up?" I mean, it is a very big meeting.
I don't think that would be necessary, but thank you, Carla. I think just a clean will suffice.
I agree.
I've still got the shot in my hand. So where did she tell us to go?
Behind the stage, up the stairs. We'll go, I believe is what she said.
Oh, before we go,
Yep.
I believe you'll be allowed in the room, but if you're not, is there anything you specifically want me to ask her?
how she was able to leave, but I presume that you're going to ask that anyway. Most important thing.
Hopefully I can have my wits about me. Just message me, if you can't get in. You probably can, but just in case.
Mm-hmm. And scream if you need me. I will be right there.
All right.
All right. Carla will lead them towards the stage stairs.
All right.
Very
As you
quickly.
pass Anna, she gives a wink to Carla and returns to her conversation. As
Carla will,
Esmeralda
like,
sees
blow
you
a kiss.
passing by,
Mhm.
as Esmeralda sees you passing by, she puts her beer down and quickly follows you.
Okay, well,
Do you guys want me to go with you?
I'll message Casariel, like, big important moment, but she is very strong. She can hold her own in a fight. What do you think?
All right.
Sure.
I'll keep my distance, of course, but
We may be making a fast exit, so extra hands would make light work.
Why would
Got
we be
it.
making a fast exit?
You never know. There's so many unsavory types around here. But we'll see.
All right.
I mean, he's not the brightest in the bunch, but he's got a point. I don't trust this place. It's different.
Yes.
It's a bar. You should never be trustworthy in one of these. Let's not delay.
Very good life lesson, I think.
Casariel, one moment. And he's gonna walk up into Casariel and sort of get close. He's gonna say, as much as our interactions have been rather one-sided, I do want you to go in. We're all in this land puppets in some way, shape, or form. Keep that in mind. And he'll actually put a hand on your shoulder. Just
Okay.
I look at the hand and look back at him. Thank you. I think.
Let's see if we can sever our strings.
She'll just continue walking upstairs. Oh, whoops. This way. Following Carla.
Hey, darling. No, it's very confusing. And Carla will head on up.
There we go. You slowly walk up the stairs to the second floor, this time on the different staircase than that you did previously when this was still the Blue Water Inn. As you get to the upstairs, there we go. You notice that the whole place has indeed gotten a complete makeover. The balustrades over here no longer have the raven markings on them that they did, but rather have intricate roses cut into them. Most of the wood is cherry wood rather than just simple wood, and everything is decorated with roses. It's almost, well, not almost, it's just distasteful. It's too much.
Well, she didn't give us much information about which door we needed to go in. So,
I'm going to cast Detect Evil and Good as we're walking.
Oh, from where you're standing right now?
Mm-hmm. It lasts for 10 minutes, so
Yeah, I know, but like you're casting it where you are right now, as you start over there.
Yep. Yeah, as I was just
Okay.
walking back here. There's nobody else around that I can see, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and
This is
I know,
open.
but you're standing. Yeah, you're standing on the staircase.
Oh,
See, there are moments that a DM doesn't prepare for. This is one of them. You get blasted by a wave of evil.
oh.
You feel that downstairs is definitely not a good juju.
I'm gonna look down there. and see what I see.
The singer.
Okay. For
People
the
at the
duration.
table. People on the other table. People on the side.
Okay.
There is definitely something evil about them.
Okay, and I will know whether they're an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead.
A lot of them give off the waft of a fiend.
Oh, devils.
You sense
That I did not prepare for. Shit.
I see. Okay.
I don't ever interact like read chat in the thing, but I just have to. You sense that the people downstairs know how to party. Okay.
That's what it comes down to.
Hey.
Yep.
Like, how do you react to this sudden wave of feeling?
She's gonna lean over, and like I said, she takes a look at everyone, and whoever, gives her a sense of like something evil, she's gonna take note of it.
What's the range on that, by the way? It's 60 feet, right?
No, it's 30-foot spear. So it says.
All right, then I'll stick with what I just said. Cool.
Okay. I guess
As
that
much
means
as I hate
centered on
doing
me.
that.
Yeah, self. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
As you do that, you see Escher staring intently at you, and he'll say, "Unsavory types."
Remind me when we're done with this. I'd like to talk to you more about the abbot.
I'd like to know more about him myself. He'll cast one glance at the downstairs and follow along.
All right. I continue on.
All right. So where are we going, Esmeralda says?
I can sense within 1 foot of stone within 30 feet of myself. So if these walls aren't, if they're not 1 foot thick, then I would be able to sense if there was a celestial.
They're not,
one
and they're
these
made
rooms.
of wood. So you should be able to sense through that.
Brilliant. So I'll just walk up and down these halls until I sense the celestial. Hopefully.
Smart.
Wonderful.
Oh my god. That's clever as hell.
So please be a celestial. She's just thinking in her head, please be a
You're
celestial.
feeling
please be a celestial. Please.
the energy of a fiend in the next room.
Oh no. Okay, I'm just gonna keep walking because it could be at the end of the hall. Am I getting big celestial vibes from this corner?
No.
Oh. Okay. I'll go back to where I sensed the fiend and I'll knock on this door.
Okay. There is no response from that door. But on the other door, at the end of the hallway, the door opens. And from inside there, you hear, "Psst, come in here." It sounds urgent.
I will stop 10 feet away from the door and look in with my dark vision or whatever I need to look in with if it's dark in there.
You see a room, but you don't see anyone standing there.
What do your elf eyes see?
That's copyrighted! Don't say that!
No!
I see nothing in there.
Well, you see a bedroom, but you don't see anything in there.
I'm gonna cast sending to my mother.
Okay.
I am here. Are you here?
Casariel? Yes, I am. Are you coming?
I'm upstairs. Oh wait, shit. Okay, I'll cast it. Hold on. Let me mark these things off. Okay, hold on.
Telephone. I know, it's great. This is
Hold
amazing.
on. Oh no, is it third level? It is. Okay.
Telephone.
Yeah, this is the best
Okay.
ever.
Okay, I cast it again. I'm here at Sanguine Inn, but I don't know where you are.
I am upstairs too. Come to me, please. I want to talk to you. And as you're having this mental conversation, you do see a person appearing in the door.
I wasn't kidding. Come in here.
Octavio?
Alright. I'm gonna unsheath my sword, just hold it at my side and step in.
Okay. Everyone joins in. I mean, Esmeralda does too, so. As you come in, Rictavio will pass you by and quickly close the door behind you.
What the hell do you guys think you're doing?
What do you think you're doing?
I was here just patiently minding my business until they turned this whole place upside down. They turned it into this cesspool. I've made some inquiries, and I heard that you told that bastard Ernst that the Mardikovs had some sort of curse on them. Now they've been ousted. They've been kicked out of the city. Some of them killed. Why did you do that?
I will cast very quickly. I will cast. Fucking hell. Okay. Okay. This is. I should have read more about how this works, but non-detection for a duration. I can make a place 10 feet in dimension be, unable to be perceived by divination magic or anything like that. Magical scrying sensors.
I will allow the area where you guys are all talking. So
Okay,
it's not
I will say.
I'm not going to be like, it's not in the. It's fine.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be like, get on the carpet. All of you, on the carpet. Come on. And I'm going to touch the carpet and create that sort of place within that area. And I'm going to be like, okay, the Lord of the Land was there. And he, and I'm going to point at John, is stupid. So it was one part threat, one part someone can't keep his mouth shut. We didn't mean for that to happen. And we're doing our best to make it right as we can. And I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
It was an accident.
I finally had a place to work from, and it's been made topsy-turvy.
Work with. You didn't talk much about what you were doing. But that's not important. Have you seen a woman that looks like her?
Oh, wait, but you can go to our mansion if you need a new base of operations. Yes, I do want to know what you're talking about, but we're on something of a mission at the moment.
I know. I know all about you. Casariel, is it? Casariel Silverbrow.
I think it's best you start talking.
I've made my inquiries. I've been looking around, and I've been following you guys. There's a lot of new people coming into these lands every once in a while, but none of them hang around as long as you do. You've been doing very well. Well, except for this, he says as he looks around the place.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you've also been making a bit of a name for yourselves.
But why is that unfortunate? That's dangerous, but I mean,
The more
everything
information,
rotting away here.
the more information spreads, the easier it is to track. It's not something you want.
He looks you deep in the eye and he says, Escher, what are you
Hello,
doing here?
Rictavio. I'm keeping an eye on my latest investment. What are you doing here, Rictavio?
I guess you could say the same.
How do you know each other? Do you know how to get rid of him?
Oh, I think Escher knows. Still got the scar on your chest. At this point, by the way, for you, John or Escher, you, as a player, you don't know what this is about, but your character knows this and instantly now knows who this is.
Well, I never expected to find you in this place. We parted on such unsweet terms last time. We should remedy that.
I've been working on that. He turns around and he looks at Esmeralda and he says, at least it's good to see you again. You're a sight for sore eyes, and I'm glad to see that you're still alive. And you see that Esmeralda has this look of inquiry on her face. I'm sorry. I believe Rictavio, she says, looking for confirmation to the three of you.
Esmeralda, you know him by a different name. We just read some of his work. In your tower.
As well done, John. Holy shit. Putting the dots together. That is, by the way, that's amazing that you catch that out of this. That's amazing. Wow. Esmeralda's face just turns a little paler and she looks at Rictavio. She says, you gotta be shitting me. Rictavio shows a little grin and he says, I promised you I would never leave. All right. I guess it's time to drop the disguise.
All right, what's happening here?
He flicks his fingers, and as he does, he turns into a puff of smoke. As the smoke moves away, a different person is standing here. A slightly elder gentleman, sporting some glasses, but still having the pointy ears that Rictavio also has. Esmeralda looks at him and she says, Rudolph! In the flesh. I believe formal introductions are in order. I'm sorry. I heard that you've been visiting my house. My name is Rudolph van Richten, vampire hunter. Nice to meet you.
Carla Lilac-Heart, paranormal investigator. I love anything that hunts paranormal as well. Hello. I'm going to hold out my hand.
Charmed, and he takes yours.
We're probably meeting you this time. The offer of our base is still absolutely there. We're gathering sort of a little stockpile of information there.
It's the old mansion of Dr. Daskalu, right?
Yes. We've converted it. It's much nicer now. There's no corpses around, hopefully. There's the... Never mind. You're here! Were you able to get those newly fledged vampires that were roaming around the city? We unfortunately unleashed a couple. Able to kill them?
I know. They will be terrorizing the city no longer. Don't you worry.
I was so stressed about that, but we didn't have time on the schedule or the roster. Oh my goodness. Okay. We will need...
It's good to see you can hit your mark sometimes.
Sorry, do you know who my mother is? You seem to know a lot about me.
Casariel, he says. I understand the choices that you have made so far. For some people, they are hard to grasp, and trust me, as a vampire hunter who's spent a fair portion of his life trying to comprehend the creature that is Strahd, it's hard for me to understand that someone would actively agree to work together with such an animal. But as I said, I've had my eyes and ears everywhere, and I've heard about your mother. And in a world like this, finding a family member it's a godsend. So I understand. Your mother is here, and she is indeed upstairs. The attic is where she's waiting for you. You were at the right door, but I had to come and see you. I wanted to warn you. Your mother has worked for Strahd, and she did so, I believe, through the same merit as you did. You don't have to believe in the good or the bad of such a creature. Sometimes it is good to believe in the ability to make a better world, or to safeguard the world from such a creature. Your mother is, in that regard, very much like you.
Some of us would just want to save our own skin.
Yes, some have lesser goals, I understand. If you truly wish to meet your mother, and I understand that you do, if you go back to the other door and knock on it again, I am sure that Ernst will let you in. He's been waiting for you.
Ernst.
He's been
All right.
waiting for you to let you pass through to the attic.
Am I allowed to bring my companions?
I don't know, but I think so. Why wouldn't he allow that?
Good. I'm going to take the other shot. Put it down on whatever's next to me.
Okay.
And, yeah, I'll see. Would you know where our mansion is? If you need a place to stay, you can stay there. I've got to go. But we'll...
I understand. Good luck, and I hope you find the answers that you seek. Esmeralda, once you're done meeting her mother, I will be here.
We should get together and collate all of our information. It would be important to stop all this. Carla will kind of turn and gesture towards the door, kind of looking for Casariel to lead the way.
Yeah, I'm going to. Head out.
Beautiful. Sit down on the stool over here.
Has it been 10 minutes since I cast Detect Good and Evil?
That is a very good question. I'll let the dice decide on that. Yes, it has been 10 minutes.
Okay, I'll cast it again.
Fair enough. You are once again hit with a waft of fiendish energy.
All right. So back to the door where I was. I'll knock on it.
Carla will kind of look expectantly at Asher to sort of leave.
Yeah, he looks over at you and he just leans down to Rudolph and goes, "Just so you know, this proxy of mine will be fun to settle things with you. But my goals have shifted since last we met, and you may be useful. Don't mess this up." And he'll walk away.
Quid pro quo. As you knocked on the door is unlocked and opened for you. And in the room, which once probably was a bedroom and is now converted to a small office, stands Ernst, who now walks back to his chair and plops down into it. Ah, friends, welcome to the Sanguine Inn. How do you like the establishment?
Beautiful. Love what you done with the place.
Thank you.
Loud.
Interesting friends you have.
Place like this needs its securities, but we're turning a nice profit. The Burgomaster's very happy with us.
Do I get any sort of a sense of celestial, fey, fiend, elemental, anything weird from Ernst?
From him? Oh yeah, like this, he gives off like a fiendish stench almost in your mind.
Well, I think you know why we're here.
Yes, I sent out the letter after all. You're here to meet your mother. And As per our arrangements, she is indeed here. We rearranged a quiet, cozy place in the attic so you could meet each other in private. As you couldn't understand, a place like this gets really rowdy. The bedrooms are mostly rented out, and, well, we do need to rent them out to keep the lights on, of course. So I couldn't, for all, let you meet your mother in one of those seedy bedrooms. So we used the attic upstairs. You can use the ladder over here. And he points to the corner of his room.
Thank you. And she'll begin to climb up the ladder.
Wonderful, he says. Well, you do enjoy yourselves. I need to attend to the guests downstairs, he says.
Perfect.
He walks around
I'm
and exits
sure
his
you
office.
attend to them well.
Oh, yes, you have no idea.
Just before Carla joins up with them again, she's going to look at Rudolph and kind of gesture for him to come back into the sort of 10-foot range of non-detection,
Yes.
which she determined was the carpet, and she's going to say, might be a tall order for a vampire hunter, but it might be worth your while trying to research how to kill a god. So it seems that's what we're working with here. Something to keep an eye out for.
Why do you think I've been busy here for the last 30 years?
Oh, charming. Really helpful for us. Well, good luck.
You
You
too.
know where to find us.
Keep an eye on your friend.
Always. And I'll join them in the attic.
All right. You guys decide to climb the ladder and go upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You ready?
Yes. Yes. We're
Finally!
Sorry.
Fucking finally!
Yes.
Let me get up there!
only
First, let's rifle through all the things on the desk, and no.
Yes. Yeah, I figured Carla would meet us up in a second. This has got to be too tempting for her.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely going to steal the shit out of this desk. Give me gold. Give me everything. What's here?
How much of this desk can I fit in my bag?
Letters, ink, whatever.
Let it.
You know what?
okay,
Just roll me a
investigation
d20.
of the desk.
Roll me a d20, Carla.
Do you want a flat d20 or can I add my investigation?
Sure, throw your investigation bonus on there. I don't care.
Great. That's going to
5
be a
million.
24.
All right, times 2, you get 48 gold out of that.
Incredible. I'll take it. Thank you.
This guy is exceedingly wealthy, and he would have definitely left that on his desk, so sure.
Love it.
We're definitely going to kill him.
Covers the gold from the beverages downstairs.
You slowly walk up the wooden ladder up to the attic, and as you reach the attic, it's a rather dimly lit place. Doesn't look too nice, but that doesn't matter because the one thing that you were looking for stands in front of you. Roughly 2/3 of the room away from you stands your mother, Celessaria Silverbrow. And as she hears the creaking of the ladder as you walk up, she turns around, holding her hands in front of her. And she smiles warmly at you and she says, "My daughter, at last. It is good to see you. How much you've grown."
Casariel freezes for a moment and sort of hasn't looked up to see her yet because she doesn't really want to know what she's going to find when she looks at her. But slowly she will walk towards her a little bit, not entering this circle that she noticed on the ground here.
Let's just, for the sake of progressing the story, imagine that circle isn't here.
Okay, great. Then I'll just walk a little bit closer. And what do I see when I look at her with my detect evil and good?
You sense conflict. You definitely sense the good that you remember of your mother, because you have known this spell for so long. And if anything would point at that your mother is a celestial, you would feel it right now. But it is conflicted.
Hmm.
You can imagine that something being in a country, in a land like this for so long will taint that which is pure. Your feeling is conflicted. Visually, looking at your mother, she looks like your mother. You are the spitting image of your mother. Same hair color, same beauty, same jawline, same build, same height. Almost down to the same kind of attire that you were wearing. And the same warmth coming off her smile.
These are my friends. Well, I think you know this one. I'm going to gesture to Escher. Carla and Esmeralda.
Nice to meet you all. Thank you for taking good care of my daughter. And I hope that she has done the same for you.
She's quite capable.
I imagine. I am so proud of you.
I have so many questions for you.
And
I
I might
think
have a lot of answers for you.
what my heart is telling me is that first I should listen.
What do you want to know?
Why?
Why am I still here? And why am I helping out Strahd? Is that your question?
First, I'm going to cover my eyes with my hands, and when I remove them, they're glowing.
Mhm.
As I cast See Invisibility, I'm going to look around the room, and that basically, I can see anything that's not there. I can see into the ethereal plane. So basically, if there's anyone like scrying or watching with any sort of magic that would be caught by this, I would see it.
It
So
is
I
an
just
old
want to look
attic
around.
and nothing more.
Seeing her look around, Carla's going to do another non-detection spell within sort of the range that they're at, just to be safe. She's like, I don't know what good it does, but it should help.
Casariel, can you elaborate on the scrying part of your spell?
Yeah, let me read it. Okay. For the duration, I see invisible creatures and objects as if they're visible. I can see into the ethereal plane. Ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent. So I don't know if I would see... I don't know what a scrying appears as, but I in my D&D brain, it appears as like some sort of orb, like that's invisible to the naked eye.
That would... Indeed, if there would be a invisible scrying source, then that would be indeed what you would see. You don't see any of that. I just wanted to make sure, but no, there's nothing like that over here.
And then I'm going to look at my mother. And I'm just going to smile at her and take the locket in my hand and point to the ground. And a circle of kind of moonstone iridescent light is going to surround us. She'll know exactly what this is as I cast Zone of Truth. She's the one that taught me this spell.
Mm-hmm.
But it encircles both of us.
What's the range on that?
You understand? I'll read it.
So this is, I believe, 30 feet.
Oh,
You,
okay.
it's 15 feet.
15
so I can
feet,
cast it from 60 feet. Yes, it's 15 feet. I create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range, which will be between both of us. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature cannot speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. And I will know whether the creature succeeds or fails its saving throw.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess that's the first step. Do I know whether she can lie to me or not? And the DC is 16.
She rolls a natural 20 on that.
Okay.
But she
Okay,
still
so
forfeits it. But she still forfeits it.
Oh, she forfeits it. God, my mom's the greatest. Okay, so an affected creature is
Thank you.
aware of the spell. and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. So you don't have to answer the questions, but I will know if you're lying if you do answer the questions.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is gonna last for 10 minutes. Hold on, let me just make sure I made notes. Let me just make sure this is live. Okay, yeah, that's everything I wanted to do first.
I love this.
You're not stressed out about this or anything, are you, Casariel?
Only for 32 episodes. No big deal. Yes.
Take all the prep you need.
What are you doing here?
A long time ago, well, not that long ago, but some time ago, I ventured into this land. You could almost say by accident. I was on the road with a band of, well, individuals, and we were caught in the mist, and when we gathered our bearings and noticed what was happening, we were caught in the land of what we now know is Barovia. You've done much of this journey yourself, and you know of the hardships and the difficulty of this land and its inhabitants. Make no mistake, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years ago, this land wasn't that different from what it is now. It wasn't for me when I came in. We try to withstand the darkness. We try to heal the darkness. We try to find a way out. But as you know through your training, is that there is no light without dark. And even within the darkest places, one can find light. It is a crazy set of circumstances, but I found your father in this land, as you know. You've met him, haven't you?
You know that?
Yes, I've heard. I know the situation that he is in, and as much as I would want to, there are things that I cannot help once a threshold has been passed. Your father believed in something, as I do, as I did. And part of that is what keeps him here. But not me. I know that you think of me as a strong leader, and perhaps I am, but I have my limits. The time I had with your father was brief, very brief, but when it's... well, you were born after all, and your father and I did have a good moment. And although it was brief, it was pure. When your father succumbed to this world, I knew that I had to do something, and I turned to the ruler of this land. I struck a bargain with him. I knew I was pregnant with you. And if anything, I didn't want to bring you into this world. You've learned by now that spirits in this world can never leave, have you?
Yes.
If you would have been born in this world, I would condemn you to a life of imprisonment. I would not have wanted that for you. I struck a deal with the Lord of this land, and he allowed me to leave, to give birth to you in the world beyond, in our home. And I did, and I raised you, 16 years. Your whole youth. And then I vanished. Part of my bargain was that I could give birth to you outside of Barovia. And I could raise you until you were capable enough to fend for yourself. The payment for that was my return to Barovia. And I accepted. And for that I am sorry.
What was the payment given? What was your payment?
The lord of this land has a terrible burden on his shoulders. He has struck a horrible deal with an ancient force that he did not know existed until it was too late. He did this for the same reason that I made the bargain to have you outside of this world. It was for love. He so dearly loved a woman that he was willing to give up everything if he could be with her. And in so doing, he made the wrong choice. We cannot condemn someone that makes a wrong choice for love, Casariel. And I felt that perhaps in my returning, I could help him find peace. And I've learned that all that Strahd really wants is to rest. Strahd has been around for 668 years, and he is tired, Casariel. He wants to close his eyes, never to open them again, but he can't. Adventurers have come and slain him, give him eternal rest, but the grave does not want him, and he comes back. A perpetual circle, condemning for him as it is for his inhabitants of Barovia. He is caught here as much as everyone else, and he seeks to destroy that bond. He seeks to find a way out. Right now, he is looking for those who can take up his mantle so he can rest, believing that that is his way out. That is the reason why adventurers are drawn into this place, to see if they are worthy of sitting on his throne. But never would I have thought that you would be the one to take up that mantle. I would not have wanted you to come into this world and see me like this.
So, how does he? I mean, how can we? He is good then.
To speak of good and evil is difficult. You should have had this in your training, I assume. The art of necromancy is wrong. Raising the dead that have been laid to rest is wrong. But then, aiding an ally who has fallen in battle, helping them up back on their feet after they have been killed, so that they once again stand valiantly against the forces of evil, to protect their lands, their children, is also necromancy. Is that evil then? Or is it good? Good and evil is not a simple segregation. It depends.
I think if he truly wants to be lain to rest, how do we accomplish this? Is it his bidding that the land is so desolate? How do we fix that? Another two intertwined.
I wish I had all the answers, Casariel, but that I do not know. I wish I did. I could have helped him if I did, but I don't. So now all I can do is help him seek comfort. And at least find some peace in what he is doing.
What is he doing?
He's trying to find a successor. And he's trying to rule this land. But it isn't easy. A land that is so eaten away at, it's hard to rule wisely.
And what of the girls? He's stealing women, and how does that fit into all this?
Strahd believes that there has to be a power that relinquishes him of his. And he's tried everything. Bringing in other adventurers to see if they can take up his place is his latest endeavor. But before that, he believed that he got his curse for love. And so it should be love that could end his curse. Mind you, Strahd has multiple brides that have joined with him in an unholy matrimony to see if that perhaps would break the curse, but to no avail.
Is that what you are?
Me?
Yes.
I know you would look different upon me if I would answer this truthfully. But I know that you will know the answer anyways. Casariel, I do apologize, but yes. Yes, I have. I have married him.
I'm going to take her hand. I do not think differently of you. You gave away your whole life for me.
As you hold her hand, which is icy cold, by the way, roll me a perception check.
Both. 10.
It's icy cold. Casariel, I appreciate that, but you must understand that I have come to the conclusion that I too have made perhaps the wrong choice. This might come off as harsh, but what would have happened if I would have not taken the bargain, would have not birthed you outside Barovia, only to be dragged back into this life of repetitiveness? You wouldn't have been there, but perhaps. You see that she trails off in thought.
Perhaps what?
The bargain was a lie and was twofold. It wasn't the return of me that he wanted.
He wanted your child.
The entire
Me.
bloodline. You, me, your father. A strong, committed bloodline to rule as the new royal family over Barovia. But your father wouldn't have it. This is why your father is what he is right now. standing against Strahd rather than succumbing to him. But I was not that strong.
Why? If we ruled Barovia, we could fix everything here. We could restore the land, could we not? We give food to the people, give them hope.
Do you truly believe that?
Yes, of course I believe that. Why should I not?
She's silent for a couple of seconds as she looks at you. And then she says, perhaps, if you truly mean that, that might be a solution. But you will have to join me.
I can't. All right. Of course, I will do anything I can to help people. It is the oath that I made when I became a priestess. But if it is that easy to heal this land, why does he not do it himself?
Because he can't.
Why not?
He's tried, Casariel, but he can't. He's tried healing. He's tried love. He's tried bringing in others to do his bidding. But to no avail. He is locked in the state that he is for eternity.
Would I be able to do it if I were in his place? Or would I... How would that happen? Would I have to pledge myself to this dark god that he pledged himself to?
Perhaps, Casariel, she says. Perhaps I can show you. And your mother takes one step back, still within the zone of truth, for her questioning purposes. As she stands there, she looks at you. She says, my daughter, know that I am proud of you. No matter what choice you made, and no matter what choice you will make. But know that it has become a burden for me, and that I know that what I signed up with is wrong. But I've been locked in. I am beyond rescue. But if you truly wish to join me, then perhaps there is a way.
I do this, will you and Father and I be all together?
Yes, Casariel. That last one, you feel, is a lie.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I need to roll insight on this, but do I feel as though her demeanor has changed a bit? Like she's maybe not.
At the very least, she looks different.
Oh, wowie, zowie. Okay, that's way different.
Your mother slowly turned into this as you were having this discussion. And as she's looking at you and lied to you about the last part, she takes one more step forward. Join me, Casariel. My dear friends, roll for initiative. Casariel,
no.
remember that you might have done a roll for me some weeks back. Can you recall what that roll was?
No.
I asked you to roll with advantage, and you rolled a 4.
Oh my god, of course I did.
This was a saving throw for a charm spell.
Fuck.
You are
Okay.
charmed by your mother,
Oh boy. Okay.
and you agree with her sentiments.
Okay. I was upset that I used all those spell slots a second ago, and now I'm really glad I used them.
Good luck.
I used a lot of them, so that's good.
Before even the battle begins, when she starts changing, I like grasp Escher's hand and I'm like, please give us back John.
As you grasp his hand, you can see the weapon that he's holding in one of them is flickering and almost emanating its own light, something that it has done before with Casariel, but this is without her. And his eyes open and a flare with a golden intensity, and the blackness that is Escher is dispelled away, and he's just glaring furiously at this thing that seems to have taken hold of his friend.
All right.
Oh, I have to roll. I forgot.
Yeah, I do need an initiative roll, guys.
A natural 20 for 24.
Oh boy.
Awesome.
17.
Yeah.
17.
Fuck.
I got an 18.
Oh,
Right.
shit. Okay, God.
Okay.
I was like, if I knew she was being charmed, I could counter charm it. But I can't. I don't think.
Oh my god. Trauma.
Yeah.
With everything else, though, this just does work like a normal charm spell, so feel free to apply your game logic to that, but yes, it is a charm spell.
Yeah, counter
Okay,
charm
so-
only really works to give advantage on saving throw, that kind of thing. So it's like,
So I'm on my mother's side, whatever she's about to do.
To a
Unless-
degree, within the confines of a charm spell. So you are with your mother, you agree with her, you understand her, you are not her slave.
Okay.
if we hurt you, or hurt her, I think it might break out of that.
That might break it, because she is indeed under that concentration spell, and if her mother hurts her, then that does the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Behind your mother, a fiendish altar blazes as all the candles are lit. And your battle commences. Carla, you are first. Good luck.
She looks so cool.
Yeah. Oh my
Doesn't she?
god.
She looks so freaking cool.
That has been like 3 hours of Photoshop. I was like, I want to
Yeah.
make her so cool.
This was an amazing
So freaking cool.
transition.
I was not expecting that. Okay.
Right. Well. This is awful. This is genuinely awful. I'm going to say, oh, please work, and I'm going to look at Casariel's mom, and I'm going to cast polymorph on her.
Okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Going to try to turn her into a
Mute.
no, she's a beautiful creature. I'm gonna try and turn her into a cat.
Okay.
Feline.
Try and turn
Aw,
her into like
that's
a
good.
cat.
Yeah.
So she needs to
Felt
give
better.
me a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, and she could do well at this, and I could be screwed.
Let me get her stat block. There we are. How much was that?
DC 15 Wisdom.
I got a 19.
Shit. Okay, when that doesn't happen, then I'm going to be like, I'm so sorry, Casariel. And I will do my bonus action to determine my tail. And I'm going to say, I'm so sorry. And I'm going to immediately use my reaction to
Okay. Oh, then I know which one it
teleport me, John, and Casariel, and Yeah, it's up to my my charisma saving, which I have. Incredible. Sorry, I'm like, I can teleport the amount of creatures up to my charisma saving modifier. Not my charisma saving, my charisma modifier, which is only now +4. So I'm going to, the 4 of us, I'm trying to try and teleport us down the ladder.
To a location you can see, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, so-
I'm near here, so if I can look down at the ground into the office, that's absolutely what I will try to do.
Okay. I will allow that.
Okay. I want to teleport us down.
All 4 of you are down here.
Okay, and I'm going to look at either one of them and I'm like, snap her out of it! And that's the end of my turn, I could do no more.
One more question, though. That is for willing creatures. Casariel, are you willing to be teleported?
No, I do not want to be taken away from my mom. Absolutely not.
Casariel's still upstairs.
Shit.
Oh, there's no roll for it. It has to be willing. Oh my god, that's. I'm sorry.
If you're unwilling, then you automatically fail and you stay upstairs.
Sorry. I'm charmed.
This is terrible, I didn't think about that. Oh, for fuck's sake.
So you guys know from back when we played the Dragon of Icespire Peak,
Yeah.
I, per campaign, allow 1 redo and 1 only.
But we might fuck up even worse than this. It's just gonna take us
think
getting
it's
back up
good.
the fucking ladder.
Just saying.
No, I think it's good that you guys
I
are
think-
downstairs.
That
Yeah,
was
'cause we're
a
with
very
that
in character
fucking
move.
altar.
I think that was perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, we might need that redo later. It's a matter of getting back
I
up the
think
stairs,
we're
but
fine.
we're at least away.
I think we're fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
I have my next move. That's fine. Okay, go on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right. Casariel, you're still upstairs.
I'm still upstairs. Okay. Did she do anything? I mean, besides turn into a real scary, bloody-eyed, super fucking cool-looking chick? But I mean, she didn't try to hurt me, right?
Not yet.
Oh, great. Sure. Okay, so I'll just step closer to her.
Okay.
We can be together again. I want nothing more than that.
Good. Anything else?
Nope.
John.
All right. So, if I were to rush up the ladder, would I be able to? How far can I make it if I use my normal speed?
It's let's just say, because you've been teleported straight down, so it's 5 feet towards the ladder, and the ladder itself is 10 feet high, so it's 15. You have 30 feet of movement.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
I will allow, like, it's a ladder, so like you can rush that.
All right. So, discombobulate for a second. Casariel, we got to get to Casariel, and he immediately rushes up the ladder, and goes to Casariel's side.
I thought she was going to come with us.
All right. That
Got it.
would leave you here with 15 feet of movement.
All right, cool. So I can get right to here, and I'm going to place my hand on her shoulder and say, Casariel, this is not where you. Casariel, don't trust her, and I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on her, which doesn't
wow. Okay.
doesn't end the charm, but it gives her advantage on saving throws against being charmed. So
All right.
that's going to be my bonus action. No. Protection from Good and Evil
That would be your
is
action.
an action. Yeah. Sorry. I was looking at Sanctuary for a second. All right. So that's my action, and then. Oh man, this is tense. Actions, bonus actions. Yep, I think I'm going to stare at Celessaria. Does she look like she's moving with evil intent towards Casariel?
Now that Casariel has gotten close to her, like, as you all know, like a full round of D&D, like combat takes 6 seconds in which basically everything happens all at once. So as you are coming up on the ladder, you will see that as Casariel willingly basically offers herself to her mother's going for the jugular.
Okay. So yeah, that's going to be my action. I'm going to try to, like, having my hand on her shoulder, like almost shake her out of it. But that's it.
Okay. Casariel, are you going to allow that as a reason for you to roll a save?
Yeah, I mean, if I can have a reaction to that, I'll look back at him and say, John, it's my mother. She's finally here. We can be together again.
Something's wrong with her.
Oh, look how beautiful she is. No, you should come with us. You can help us. You can help us make this a better place, John. You can help us save Barovia.
I don't know how much I can say.
You can say one more thing.
Okay. I can't think of anything to say, so John can't think of anything to say. He looks in her eyes, pleading almost.
Does looking in the eyes of my best friend in the whole wide world do anything? The person I trust most in the entire world?
I'll flip you for it.
As much as I would, as a dungeon master, you love being in control of the story. Right now, I want to be invested in this as much as you guys are. So my answer to that is, does it?
I mean, well, I'm charmed, so I definitely agree with my mother, but I feel like, yeah, I feel like I just have to convince him. Like, I don't understand why he's not on board with this. This is obviously an open and closed case. Like, we just have to, I just have to go pledge myself to the Dark Lord and take his place and rule Barovia, and everything's gonna be fine.
So
what's the problem?
That forfeits the roll for now.
Yeah. Protection from evil and good. Creatures of aberration, undead, celestial, fae, fiends, elementals have disadvantage on attack rolls against that target, and they also have advantage on saving throws against fear, possession, and charmed. So, if that has any effect.
Okay.
A huge spell. Huge.
Is that it, John?
Yeah. I'm done. I'm trying to convince my friend to leave.
Cool. Esmeralda comes rushing up the stairs as well, and as she hops over the edge, she says, "I'm sorry, mother or not, but that is not your mother." And she casts a firebolt at your mom. Ooh, that's gonna be tricky. That hits for an undisclosed amount of armor class. You guys are gonna have to find that out for yourself.
Brilliant.
Huh? And she takes 12 points of fire damage, and she needs to roll a saving throw on her concentration. Ah, damn it! And she breaks it. You are relinquished of your mom. Esmeralda saves the day. All right, let's just say for the sake of storytelling that it was John that made you break.
Yeah, so all of this is happening at the same time. So, like, I'm holding her shoulder and looking in her eyes, and she's trying to convince me to come. And a firebolt just sails over us, impacts her mother, and, like, suddenly things click into place.
Exactly. All right, cool. And that is it for her. Then it is your mother's round. So she has broken the charm spell on you. That's not going to stop her. She has her hands on you, Casariel, and she goes for your neck. She tries to bite you.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yay.
And that's a good thing, too. With disadvantage, I get a 16.
What do I roll? Do I roll
No,
like
it's
an
an 18.
opposing
No,
check?
it's your armor class.
Your
It's
armor
just
class.
your armor class.
Oh, sorry, it doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. Oh, all right. So she goes for your neck, but right as she does, you are just jerked away, like to the side, like you're suddenly back in reality. She misses you. And as she does, she screams. And that's like a hellish scream. And behind her, from the loft, 2 swarms of bats come down. Top of the round. Carla, you are downstairs. Do you want to come up or do you want to stay there?
Can I go?
Before
You went before me. You walked closer to your mom.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot.
I'm going to message Rudolph, because now I know his name, and I know him fairly
Yes.
well, and I'm going to say, "Oh, Vampire Hunter, guess what's upstairs? Help us!" And I'll do that as my action, and then I will
Noticed.
scurry up the ladder.
Welcome back.
And I will determine a tail to use in my next round. Okay. Okay, great. I'll keep that in my pocket. We'll keep going. Great, that's what I'm going to do. That's my full turn.
Alrighty. Casariel, you are no longer charmed.
Okay. As I see a fire bolt streak over my shoulder and hit my mother, I'm going to take my action to put
Attack
her
Esmeralda?
out. Like, no, yeah. I'm first. I'm going to go no, and I'm gonna just like make sure she's okay, and then I'm going to turn my glance over my shoulder towards Esmeralda, and my eyes go black. But I want to use my entire action to, like, if she's on fire, just put out any fire. I'm going to turn around and sort of step in front of my mother and say, no, what are you doing? Like, don't hurt her. I'm going to essentially block my mother so nobody else can attack her.
All right.
Yeah.
Noticed. That is it.
That is it.
John.
All right, so seeing that her mother just bit at her, and she doesn't see, she's defending her mother, and I understand. Casariel, I understand, but you're not thinking clearly. And he's going to reach out and touch Casariel's shoulder again, and glance backwards, and thunderstep, and he'll walk here to grab her, and then thunderstep them just back to right in front of Carla and Esmeralda.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
I'm touching you. You're coming with me.
Oh, you're taking me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm grabbing you, pulling you to
Okay.
this other place. I think thunderstep. You can bring along objects as long as they're away. You can also teleport one willing creature. Are you willing to, like, if I grab you, are you going to shake me off and say no?
Yeah.
Okay, so in that moment,
This
then,
makes it even worse because, yeah.
well, no, if she shakes me off, like I'm trying to bring her with me, but I know, like I'm not going to go through with it if she's shaking me off. Like, the whole point is to get her away.
Do I get to make like a roll against it, or
No, it's
like
a
an
willing
unwilling
creature. It's just a willing creature,
Yeah.
so you're not
It
willing
has to be willing.
Yeah. So I'm going to grab you and hold you by your shoulder and says, Casariel, something is happening right now with your mother. Something we don't understand. We need to get out of here. And I'm going to cast suggestion on that last part.
All right. Also, John, your microphone is crackling a bit, so voice mod.
Yeah, let me fix that.
In this, like, I guess as my reaction, can I look back at my mother?
She
Like,
went
I
through your
feel
throat.
like,
She bit at you.
yeah, I know, but I feel like I was looking back at Esmeralda when that happened. Maybe I didn't notice it. Like,
Right. So
I don't know.
turn your
I
head
don't-
towards her and say, something is wrong.
she looks horrifying, right? Like,
Well, horrifying is not the right word, but she definitely looks like something has taken hold of your mother. Like, even for you, as hard as it is, this is your mom, but this isn't your mom.
Right. So I'm going to cast suggestion on Casariel,
and essentially say, we need to move away.
For the roll from you to.
It's a wisdom saving throw of 15. Probably should have
Can
said
I-
that.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a natural 14 plus. Wait, save 8.
Yeah.
So a million. But Casariel's going to look at her mother. She's going to say, "I love you." And then I'm going to take John's arms and squeeze them.
Okay. Shockingly, your mother does not return that gesture.
Oh shit. Also, sorry. Suggestion means that protection from good and evil is dropped.
Cool.
So.
Okay.
So you take his
wait,
arm, and then what?
yeah. Instead, so we're not thunderstepping, right? That was
Right. No, I was trying to break your.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We got her on board though.
Yeah. So it's whose turn now?
If that was it, John, then it's
Yeah.
Esmeralda.
So we need to get out of here. Basically, is what I said.
Okay. Esmeralda will come up, and she's easily going to make that. She rushes next to you, Casariel, and she draws a silvered short sword, and she will attack your mother twice.
Okay, wait. I want to attack of opportunity on her. And instead of attacking,
Well,
if I may, instead of
Only when she
What?
leaves your reach is an attack of opportunity, right?
oh, it's not coming. Okay, right. Okay.
What's going
You're fiendish today, Casariel. Holy heck.
Her mom.
I know that's true.
You've seen how she's treated other people who've even mentioned her mother in a negative sense.
Yeah, I feel like Casariel's being pretty nice
Oh,
that
this
she didn't
is- yeah.
inflict wounds on Esmeralda
Oh, yeah.
already. Yeah.
One of her attacks hits, and that does 7 points of piercing damage, which doubles because it's a silvered weapon. All right. Next up is your mother, who is still focused on Casariel, and she will try to bite at you again. That's going to hit. That's a 23.
That hits.
So she just puts a hand on your jawline and the other one on your shoulder, and she just pulls them apart and takes a bite. You take 7 points of piercing damage, plus 10 points of necrotic damage, which I think is halved with you because you're an Eswar,
Yes.
right?
7
So
points
that
of
is 12
piercing.
total.
Okay.
Of those 12, your maximum hit points also drops by 5.
Okay.
Okay. Your mother looks a little bit more vital than what she was. Behind you, on the ladder, Rudolph makes an entrance. He steps off the ladder and he looks towards Celessaria, and he says, "Another foul witch. Esmeralda, you know what to do," and he draws his blade. That's what he does for now. Carla, top it around.
Bonus action, Tale of the Traveler. I am going to throw that onto John. So John, you will you will gain, sorry. What was Bird of Oceans? What's the freaking level at the moment? Okay, so that's going to be 9 temporary hit points
Ooh.
for you. And your AC is also +1, and you have an increase of 10 feet of walking speed.
Sweet.
As sort of the armor that you have on glows with that sort of purple energy that you recognize with Carla, where it's very like ghostly and foggy. And she's going to do one last polymorph on Celessaria. She's going to try one more last time. She's like, please, she'll kill me if we kill you. Just turn into a cat. I'm just going to try once more.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Yes.
What is the saving throw on that?
Wisdom 15. I don't know.
I'm
It's
sorry,
probably not going to happen.
17.
Yeah. It was worth a shot. Okay.
It was a good try. Valiant.
And yeah, with that then, I am just going to move closer to the battle, I guess, and get there.
All right. Casariel, your turn.
So you just got bit.
Stop. Everyone stop. Stop. I'm gonna turn to my mother. And I'm gonna like hold everyone back. Go. I can't let them hurt you, and I can't let you hurt them. So just go. None of us will harm you if you leave. But you must leave now.
She seems unfazed by your words.
Was that my action?
You didn't say much, so I'll allow an action.
All right, so for my action, I'm going to reach my hand into the air, and a sphere is going to crackle around us with lightning energy around it as I cast Channel Divinity. And as part of that, I can not only give temporary hit points, but I can also end someone being charmed. I think it's possessed. Let me just double check that.
Okay.
Yeah. And one effect on it causing it to be charmed or frightened. So I'm going to attempt to channel Saloon and end a charm effect on my mother, because she would never hurt me if she wasn't charmed. And then I'm just going to slowly open my eyes and look at her.
Your mother remains unfazed.
All right. I'll use my movement to like back up a step and try to like move my friends with me.
You can only pick one. Who?
Like I'm gonna back up, but I'm just going to like hold my hands out like in a gesture to like everyone, let's just leave. But I just move one step back. That's my movement.
All right. As you do, she will try to claw at you. And she does so for, it's not going to hit, a 13.
I'll lift my shield so that she hits my shield, and then I'll just sort of stare at her like in disbelief. Like, I can't believe this is happening.
All right. John, are you moving backwards as well? Casariel's trying to move you.
No. So it's my turn now?
Yes.
I'm going to take a glance back at Esmeralda and Rudolph and say, don't intervene. This is family. And I'll look at Casariel in her eyes for a second or two, and then turn and reach out a hand towards Celessaria and use Hexblade's curse on her, and you just see a glistening red string come down and just like siphon onto her. I'm sorry, Casariel. And as my action, I'm going to hold my weapon, and it's going to gleam brilliantly. And for 20 feet, bright light, and 20 more feet for dim light, I'm going to cast my channel divinity of Dawnbreaker. As an action, I can imbue a weapon with positive energy. For 1 minute, me and all creatures of my choice within 20 feet add my half of my charisma modifier to their attack roll, so +2. And I'm not going to attack, but I'm going to position myself between Celessaria and Casariel, and I'm going to basically guard myself for a fight.
All right. Also, your microphone's still crackling.
It is. I just refreshed it.
Also, a little beam of sort of electric energy hits you for 9 temporary hit points.
Okay, cool. Is it better now?
No, it isn't.
It isn't.
Got worse.
Oh, good lord. Is it fine?
Difficulties.
It's still crackling. Okay, then that means it's. And now?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Still
Better?
bad.
Want to take a 5 second?
Oh yeah.
We'll take a
we're
5
gonna-
second.
We're gonna take a moment.
Hour break.
Yep.
Oh,
Be right back.
7. Okay.
Hello, everybody. So we're still fixing John's microphone. It's still crackling a little bit. So looking at the time, we're also at the halfway mark. So we're going to take our break. We'll be back in about, say, 15 to 20 minutes. And then hopefully we'll have the mic fixed as well. So stick around. We'll see you in a little bit.
Bye, everybody.
Hello, everybody. We are back. I hope you guys are too. I hope you enjoyed your break as much as we did. We fixed the microphone issue, so that should be fine again. Yay, you sound crystal clear again, John. So before the break, you guys went to the Sanguine Inn, and after some talks here and there, you went upstairs. You met with Rictavio, who turned out to be Rudolf van Richten. I do love to rolling R's there. Who is the famous vampire hunter Rudolf van Richten. Yes. He had a little chat with you. Then you went to the office of Ernst, who allowed you to go upstairs to meet with Casariel's mom. And after a very emotional talk with her mom revealed herself to be a bride of Strahd and subsequently asked Casariel to join her in the most dark way imaginable. That fight was ongoing and is still going. So we're jumping back into the action in the fight with Casariel's mom, Celessaria, who now calls herself Celessaria Silverovich.
Ooh. Silverovich.
The battle commences, and yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, so let's jump back with some music. There we are. And turn follow, we are with Esmeralda. Esmeralda will move forward 1 step.
She gets a +2 to her attack.
All right. She pulls her silver short sword and once again attacks Casariel's mom. Once with a 13, which doesn't hit. And once with a little more, which I do think hits, but I need to check. Yeah, that's a little more, and it does hit for a total of 7 piercing damage, which doubles because it's a silver sword. Alrighty. Celessaria looks angrily at John, and she says, "You get away from my daughter!" And she tries to bite you. With an emphasis on try, I think, because that is a 14.
And I have a 19 right now. Thank you, Carla.
All right.
You're welcome.
That misses. So she hits her two teeth thingies on your armor. I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry.
Thanks.
Thanks. That's the word. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm Dutch.
Vampire toothy, you know those things.
Toothy
Toothy
things like
teeth.
this. Yeah. Yes.
They're like,
Followed up by an attack with her hands. She tries to claw at you. And that might hit because that is a 24.
Oh, even with shield, that doesn't affect. Yep.
So,
All right. I block her,
that is-
her mouth with the weapon, and she gets me in the side with her claw.
for 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Esmeralda's gonna get 9 temporary hit points at the end of her turn.
Noted. All right. Rudolph himself steps forward, and from a cane that he is carrying with him, he pulls a silvered sword.
Ooh.
And he gets closer to your mother. And he says, I have beaten so many of you. Doesn't matter if it's one more. And he uses a flurry attack. The flurry attack basically is a double attack with the sword cane. One is a 25, which hits. And the other one misses. The one that hits is 11 piercing damage, which doubles because it is a silvered sword. So far, Esmeralda and Rudolph are defeating your mom, not you guys. The swarms of bats fly in, and one of them tries to attack Carla. The other one tries to attack Esmeralda. The swarm of bats that tries to attack Carla tries to do so for a 14.
That does not hit.
All right. They're just trying to fly around you with no other status effect per se. The other swarm of bats tries to attack Esmeralda for a 9, so they also miss. Top of the round. Carla.
Alrighty. Okay, I mean, just to make it a Hail Mary, Carol's going to say, Celessaria, stop! And she's going to try and charm person to get her to stop. So she needs to make me a wisdom DC 15. The usual.
She turns around, looking at you, and she says, no! And she casts Counterspell.
Ooh.
I did not expect that. I'm going to roll by one of my tails, and I'm like, oh! And Stoker appears from the ground. In his ghostly form, as opposed to a shadowy one. Yeah. And that will come into effect in the next round, but that's the tale of the clever animals. Like, she scared me so much, Stoker came back to life.
That's a t-shirt right there.
That's great.
14 temporary hit points at the end of your turn.
Ooh. Oh, thank you.
That's big.
Casariel.
She's watching her mother hurt her friends. And all of a sudden, clouds begin to form beneath her feet, and this almost like swirl of energy sort of spirals up her body. You see 2 incorporeal wings come out of her back as she lifts. The ceiling's probably 20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. 10 feet into the air, and I'm gonna fly another 10 feet back. And her wings are pretty much the span of this entire room. So I'm just gonna be in the middle of the room here, floating with.
There you go. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, so I just like lift 10 feet up in the air, and then I'm gonna fly 10 feet back, and my wings are gonna just, I'm just gonna say, leave or die. Please leave. And that's the end of my turn.
You say that to your mother, right? Like I imagine. I have to ask.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She shows an angrily like grin at you, baring her fangs. She looks at you and she says, "None of us is leaving here."
Okay. That's my turn.
John.
All right. As she hisses that, John rears back, and with his glowing weapon, he takes a swipe at Casariel's mother. It'd be great if I knew what my. Okay, so that's a 20 to hit, dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is.
That's gonna be a great weapon hit, and I'm gonna dump a smite on as well.
Which is technically radiant damage, right?
Yes, it is radiant damage.
All right.
So this is gonna be.
We know the number separately.
Okay, and if she's undead, it's also an extra D8.
She is.
Okay. That is going to be 5, 8, 18. Yeah. Oh, plus 5. 23 regular damage, bludgeoning damage,
Yes.
and 12 radiant damage on top.
Which doubles.
So 24 plus 23. Yeah, it's gonna be 47 damage.
Remind me why you are a paladin again. Holy shit. Okay. Your mom's bleeding.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, these people came up. They're starting to stab into her, and he yells out, "I told you, this is a family matter!" And he rears back and basically hits her with his glowing weapon, and then he's gonna hit her again.
Okay.
All right. It's gonna be, and this time I'm not gonna do a smite. So. A natural 20. Okay.
Yes, that hits.
So that's gonna be a 24 to hit, I believe. So yeah, natural 20. Oh man, it would have been great to get the smite on this one, but whatever. So oh god.
Don't turn her into paste.
I didn't mean to. So okay. All right. That's gonna be. It is also rolled pretty high. So that's 9 plus 3. 12 plus an additional 15 plus 12. 9 plus 3. 12 plus 12, 24 plus 15. Holy crap. That's 39?
She's not looking too good, Mr. Stark, but she's standing.
Okay. So like the bare minimum I can do with that is 12 plus 15. So like it's 27. That's like with no added roll.
You did like a freaking 100 damage almost this round, man. Holy damn.
And with Great Weapon Master, the fact that I crit allows me one more hit.
Oh,
my
God, that's
God.
true.
I'm so sorry, Casariel.
It's a family.
Yes. Basically, yeah, exactly. He like she tried to bite him. He pushes that off. She stabs him, and he goes, Esmeralda and Rudolph, I told you this is a family matter. And he swipe. The last one is a 15 to hit.
That doesn't hit.
Okay, so yeah, the last one, the critical hit her so hard that the last one misses.
Yeah, she just basically moves out of the way because of that. Yes. Okay.
And he's gonna glare at the two standing next to him. That was everything I got.
All right. As you hit her for the second time, in her pure anger, she uses a legendary action to bite you. All right.
He's learned. We need those.
I was prepared. That is a 23 to hit.
All right. With my reaction, I'm gonna cast Shield with my, I think, final first level spell slot, and that gets me up to 24 AC because of Carla.
Are you allowed to do? Yeah, you are, because that third attack isn't a reaction. Yes, you are allowed to do that.
Thank you, Carla. Because without that, it would have meets it beats it. You would have gotten me, Carla. So yeah, the purple shimmer stops her fangs a centimeter from my neck.
Oh.
It all
You
collates
fucking
into that point.
bastard.
It bounces off her, and whenever my next turn comes out, that purple will dispel because I'm going to be using something different. But yeah.
Oh, did that already go away because of the?
No, because I
silver?
haven't activated the spell
Oh,
properly
okay.
yet. So yeah. You're good.
Oh,
Yeah.
save me.
You get
Oh, yeah.
11 temporary hit points, John.
Thank you.
Esmeralda will try to stab your mom as well. Should we just call her as like Celessaria again? Like it's just like the whole your mom is just so like it makes it so
No,
personal.
it's gonna be just as traumatic. Yeah, it's me.
You're gonna kill your mom.
You can call her whatever you want.
I didn't mean to beat your mom in the face. I'm sorry.
My long lost mother, whom I love more than anything in this world. Just go, sword,
Yeah,
stab
sure.
her. It's fine. Yeah, sure. Stab her.
Tries to attack her for a 12, so that does not hit.
She's-
Esmeralda
yeah.
just angrily stands there. Celessaria looks at John and once again tries to bite you in a frenzy. She tries to go for the jugular, and she does that for that is a plus 22.
Yep. And I already used my react. Oh wait, no, my shield's still up, isn't it? Because the shield stays the until my next turn.
Until your next turn. Yep.
So, oh god, I was like, oh god, I've reused my reaction, but thank you, Carla.
You're welcome.
And then she turns to Esmeralda and tries to claw her. And she does that for a 27, so that hits. Those bonuses for vampires are crazy. And that is a 8 points of bludgeoning damage, which she has temporary hit points, so she's unaffected by it. for now. The doctor, Rudolf van Richten, takes out a holy symbol and raises it at Celessaria. He says, "You will go back to the darkness where you came from. There is still good in you, but the evil shall be relinquished. Begone!" And he presses the cross against her skin. The cross seems to be silver, but it doesn't seem to do anything. And in a split moment, you might also notice that even Rudolf van Richten is shocked by that. Top of the round, Carla.
11 temporary hit points to Van Richten.
Yep.
Yeah, did anyone else go between there? You guys
Only
both got it
Esmeralda.
right.
But Esmeralda already lost them, so yeah, top of
Okay.
the round again.
Okay.
Carla is going to send Stoker over to Casariel, and basically if anyone tries to charm you or frighten you, or you do an intelligence or like charisma check or anything like that, you can add a d8 to it, because he basically provides emotional support. He's your emotional support animal. And
Stoker.
Carla's going to pop behind Celessaria. So she's going to pop 15 kind of is it like, yeah, it's a 15-foot cube from myself. So I'm going to pop 15 back where I'm only kind of hitting her for Thunder Wave.
In the bats?
And the bats are following me.
You're
They're
gonna
probably
hit
gonna get-
Rudolph as well then.
He can take it. He'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it at. I want to do 3rd level.
Holy shit. Okay.
And I'm basically doing this with the intent of hoping to knock her out, not kill her. So if I bring her down to like the end, I'm trying to knock her out, not kill her. So
I will decide that.
with the logic, Carla's just like, hopefully this will blast her into a wall and she won't get up for a little while, but she'll be fine. So she needs to make me, and Rudolph, I guess, needs to make me a Constitution 15 saving throw.
Let me see what the doctor has on that. Constitution, right? Right.
Yeah.
The doctor fails it.
Great.
Oh, hang on. Causes you.
Does she save? That's fine. She's still going to get
But hang
damage.
on. But you're also gonna try to get the bats, right? One of the bats gets a nat 1 on that, and one gets that is a 9. So yeah, the bats both fail.
Bats fail. Okay, so that's it's 2 and then 1 for every above it. So that's it starts out as a first level spell. So that's the second level, the third level, and the fourth level. So that is a total of 2, 3, 4, 5 d8s, and I'm also going to throw in my bardic spiritual die that allows me to do that because it's one of my bard spells.
Yep.
Okay. And all together, we're all in this together, but it's terrible at 18.
We're all suffering together.
Together. 26. Then, oh, that's good.
I don't like that.
8. 34 for everyone who didn't save, and
34?
then halved. Yeah. Because I casted at 3rd level, right?
All right.
Am I doing this
so-
right? Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of dice that you said is right. So the
Okay.
bats are disintegrated. Rudolph takes the brunt of that and is being pushed. I believe he's also pushed back 5 feet, right?
10.
10 feet. Okay. Whoop. There you go. And he's hurting pretty bad. Not
And
bleeding
Celessaria.
yet, but almost. So Celessaria gets
Takes
half of
half.
that, so that is 17 points of
Yep.
damage. Yeah.
Points of thunder damage.
Noted.
Thunder.
She's still standing, but she's still bleeding.
Okay. Well, shit. Alright, bonus. Okay, cool. I can't do much else past that, so I'm just going to, like, stand there and be like, oh, I thought that would work. Okay.
All right. Casariel.
9 temporary hit points, if that's not less than what you already have, Carla. This whole few seconds, she's just watching damage fly around and all of her friends do things. She sort of centers herself and just says, Saloon, guide me. I'm gonna cast Banishment on my mother.
All right.
Ooh, big one.
And so I'm going to attempt to send her to another plane of existence. If she's not native to this plane of existence, if she fails this save, she's sent back to her home plane. So she's going to go back home
Smart.
if she fails this.
Wow.
It's a charisma saving throw, DC 16.
Charisma of how much?
16.
Okay. As you cast this spell, you see your mother standing as if she is struck by lightning. As you crawls together in a ball, and within seconds, she just disappears from existence. The powers of this universe are not so easily broken. For a second after, she pops back. Your spell did affect, but unfortunately, stronger powers are at play in Barovia.
As a tear sort of streaks down Casariel's eyes, her eyes are going to flicker from light purple to black. And her wings, instead of this like iridescent moonstone sort of color, they're going to like just darken into like a very deep purple.
I hope I'm
That's
doing the right thing here.
the end of my turn.
There we go.
a little bright.
It's a little too bright, right?
Yeah. See Casariel? But that looks really cool though. The background looks like
There is no
that's
more
awesome.
Casariel.
There we go.
There is only Zool.
Yeah. Okay. It's the end of my turn.
Your mother looks frightened by what you just did. John.
This place is foul and cursed. I will free you from this curse. I'm sorry, Celessaria. You don't deserve this. I'll look back at Casariel one more time and... Oh, ow. 13
And hit your microphone.
Yeah. So that is 4 plus 6, 19 to hit.
That hits.
And that is going to be 20 damage from my magical weapon.
You hit her square in the chest, and for the first time, she tumbles back and falls flat onto the floor. She's bleeding heavily and heaving, trying to get some air. But it doesn't take a soldier to see that you've got her. She's dying.
I'm gonna reach to Esmeralda and grab her arm because I imagine she was gonna try to go for like the finish or something, and look to Casariel.
Your turn follow is gone for now.
I'm
Feel free
done.
to do what you want to do.
Okay, so I'm basically staying Esmeralda's hand and I'm glaring at Rudolph, but Casariel.
Rudolph is at the ready to do something, but he's also looking at Casariel.
Casariel will drop down to the ground. She's still got her wings, but they're sort of flickering and fading. And she'll walk to her mother and sort of like kneel down beside her and take her into her arms.
All right. Feel free.
Is she still breathing?
Yes, but she's struggling.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
She turns her head, and even though she looks every much the vampire that she is, you do notice a hint of what was once your mother still in there. She grasps your arm and says, "The night is not over. You can kill me now, but I will be reborn and the cycle continues. There is no escaping this once you're here."
I'm gonna place my hand on her chest and cast Moonbeam.
That'll hit, so feel free to roll your damage. Or tell me what the damage is.
It is 8 damage.
plus 8. So 16.
What kind of damage is it?
Radiant.
All right. Even though usually your moonbeams are like a force to be reckoned with, like they are like instant waterfalls almost on the battlefield, this hits almost with pinpoint precision. It brings your mother down, and your mother stops breathing. As you are sitting here kneeled with your mother in your arms, Rudolph squats down next to you, and he says, I know this is a family predicament, but time is of the essence if you truly wish to help your mother. You've had your training. You know what to do. And you, and he points at Carla,
Yes.
you've been at the windmill. Remember what you have discovered there. Get one of those flasks, quickly.
He'll take out the one that she previously used to gain back her memories and hand it over.
He takes one of the vials and holds it next to your mother and looks expectantly at Casariel.
I don't know what that is. Would Casariel know?
Rudolph is holding one of those vials that Carla's bargain was held in. He's holding one of those in his hands and he's looking at you. And he says, take a steak. Finish it.
Wait, what? What is happening?
I think he wants you to capture
your
the
mother.
soul.
A steak. A wooden stake. You have those with you, do you not?
Carla will
What is
reach
the-
into her bag and hand one over to Casariel and say, I think your mother's soul will be reborn, but you might be able to save it. I think that's what he's implying.
Your mother hasn't passed just yet. If we leave her as this, she will just wake up again. But if you drive a stake through her heart, she will pass. The only thing we need to do is save her soul. For that, he holds up the flask. Have this. Do it, Casariel. Save your mother.
Casariel will take out a stake and plunge it with both hands into her mother's heart.
As you do that, your mother will open her eyes and scream loudly. And as she does, she turns back into her former self once more, looking into your eyes and saying, find a way out, Casariel. Do what I couldn't. Before she slowly turns to ash. From her body, a very subtle light source erupts, which drifts over to the bottle that Van Richten very quickly closes. He looks at you, Casariel, and he says, keep this close with you. If you do not wish your mother to be reborn in this life, in this world, take this bottle with you beyond Barovia. Your mother might not be able to live again, but at least she will be spared a repetitive life in Barovia. Guard this with your life. And he hands the bottle to you.
I take the bottle.
You have the bottle with the soul of your now untainted mother with you.
Put my hand on Casariel's shoulder. Squeeze it gently.
Casario will just touch his hand. A second.
Rudolph and Esmeralda will take a step back.
Reach out a hand to Carla.
He'll take it and offer another one to Casariel. Another one, so that we're all kind of linked.
I'll take it and stand up. Oh, I guess we should go. We should go. Where are we going now?
You head out to the mansion.
Yes. Yes. We should come to the mansion.
Rudolph and Esmeralda allow you a moment to gather your thoughts and then step in. Rudolph also puts a hand on your shoulder. He says, "We may not have been acquainted for very long, but what you did was the right thing, and I cannot even begin to fathom how hard it must be to do what you just did. We will find a way to give your mother the eternal rest that she deserves. We will find a way to relinquish this world of its evil." Now, you said you had a mansion nearby. We can go downstairs and find our way, but I feel as safe over here as I would in Strahd's castle. I know how to teleport. I do not know the location of your mansion, but shall I teleport us to the Vistani camp outside the city?
Yes,
It
it's
should
near
give
there.
us. It should give us a bit of head start. All right. Touch my hand if you will. And he reaches out his hand to you.
Comply.
Casariel, you two touch his hand? You just have to ask.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. As you do, you are teleported to the Vistani camp, which I'm quickly getting the map from. There we go. He's going to quickly remove a couple of tokens that should not be here at the moment.
We left our horses in Valaki.
Yes, you did. I have to come back for those. As the teleport spell takes place, you are standing in front of the large tent as you apparate again. Rudolph looks at you and he says, "Lead on, wherever you go. I will follow."
We'll lead him directly to the mansion.
You want to go to the mansion?
Mm-hmm.
Right. From here, you move towards your mansion. Let me quickly grab that. And you appear in front of the house. So Daskaloo's Manor, huh? Turn it around into something nice.
Not his anymore, it's ours. You don't really have a team name, but home for as much home Barovia can be. She's going to kind of look at him for a moment and be like, would you excuse us for just a second? Head on in. Our friend who takes care of this place should be able to take care of you. Tell him that we sent you.
We'll take a moment outside here. I'm sure that Esmeralda will want to have words with me now that she knows that I am here. We will catch up soon, he says, and they both move back.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to take some time, Casariel?
Time for what?
You don't have to be brave or strong right now.
That was not my mother. And so I'm fine. We've rid this land of one fiend. There are many more. We should not take time. We should regroup. Continue on. We have people to save. Lives to help. A Dark Lord to overthrow. We have much to do.
Yes. Well, I'm going to go conduct my rituals for the day and inform our butler of what's gone on. And I'll kind of look at John kind of in a way of like, you know, have your moment. And then I'm going to head into the house to sort of do exactly what I said. Give them a moment alone.
Not you, John. Not you, because I can't be strong with you, and I can't break down. So let's just pretend that we had this conversation. And I love you, and I appreciate it, but I'm fine. We have a job to do. We can be sad when it's done. That is our way. There's no time for sadness now.
Casariel, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing me out of the darkness.
You've always been my guiding light, and I think that if I can help you once, thank you, Casariel, but I'm proud of you. I would not have been so strong.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. We do what we must. Yeah. Together with a singular purpose, are we not? We do what we must.
Yeah. Yes. There's a lot that could be said, but I'm no good with words.
Let's go see if we've got anything to drink in there, shall we?
Sounds like a plan.
Good.
And she'll kind of like clap him on the shoulder and head in with him.
You walk inside. Orpheus is still standing there, apparently conversing with Carla.
So we're going to need 2 rooms dolled up for however long these 2 will need them. They are wonderful people. I've gotten you a friend, and I'm going to pull Busty out of the bag. I'm going to say, this is Busty. He loves reading, but he finds it very hard to move the pages because he doesn't have arms. So I was thinking you could, bring him to the library and you 2 could enjoy novels together. You can read together, keep you company here.
Oh
we're
boy, I
still on
do love to read. What's your name? Orpheus. Hi. It's an uneasy friendship, apparently.
Oh my god, it's the Odd Couple. I love it so much.
Yes, I think the library would be perfect for him. Leave a book down, and just turn the pages whenever he asks.
100%. You just leave me on a chair with a book and just switch on my book every once in a while, and I'd be very happy.
Mm-hmm. And he's very good at knowledge, so if you ever want to learn anything, I'm sure he can talk to you a little bit about them. I know you love poetry, so it might be a whole thing. So yes, guest rooms, this guy, and thank you so much for all the work that you've done here, and I'm still on that search for that apple for you. I'm hunting it down. I've been asking around, but hopefully soon.
Wonderful. Who are our guests, by the way?
Oh, I'm going to I've basically, in the conversation with Orpheus, I would have told him, like, the Van Richten. And, why can't I think of her name? Esmeralda. Yeah. Esmeralda and Van Richten, they're wonderful, wonderful people, really nice. They'll be coming in ginger hair and a grey-haired man, and they are lovely, and they're going to be staying here as long as they would like.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, they're more than welcome, of course. I will go and make places immediately, and I'll put Busty in the library. Wouldn't you like that, Busty? And Busty tries to nod, but he's a bust, so he can't. So he just says, "Yeah," and he's transported into the library as Orpheus goes upstairs to arrange sleeping quarters.
Incredible, very handy to have him around.
He didn't have any hand. Oh, Orpheus, yes.
Orpheus, yes, not Busty. I wonder if we could get, but never mind. So, drinks, dinner, and then we can congregate in the evening, and maybe continue to look for answers in that tome.
I looked at Casariel when she says drinks, and drinks sound good.
Let's,
Are we allowed to join you? Farrington asks.
Absolutely, of course.
John definitely doesn't say that, but there's a shed
Wait
over
a
there.
minute.
Sorry.
Did they not step in yet and they ask if they can come inside?
Yes.
Well, wait a damn minute. Wait a minute. Why haven't they come inside yet?
Oh, Van Richten immediately picks up on that and says, "Oh, sorry. You have not invited me just yet, and still I'm stepping inside. I understand your concern.
So
But please, can we join you for drinks?"
In that case,
Drinks
yes.
not inside, yes. Okay, perfect. Great.
Well picked up, by the way, Casariel, but yeah, they're not vampires.
Yeah.
But they are rude.
You'll kill my mother.
Coming
You'll
in without asking.
kill
Wow.
us by anyone. I trust you even less than I did before, which was not at all, sir. Not at all.
Esmeralda and Rudolph sit down on the couch in the bar area.
John starts pulling out supplies because Carla makes some really good drinks, I think.
Yeah, I pull out the dragon smash that I've been basically collecting from everywhere we've been going. And I pull that out. And I add a little bit of like the herbs and spices that are around the place to make like almost like a mulled wine. Merry Christmas, I guess. For everyone.
I'm quickly thinking if I can put a roll against that because I love it, but I also kind of want to put a roll against it.
Sure, let's see the quality of wine.
Heck, make me a medicine check.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's a 16. Plus, what's my
Awesome.
medicine? I won't there. Okay, 18. That's pretty good wine. I know my stuff.
It is very tasty wine.
I call up like a ghost of a chef and I'm like, can you just like help me? Just like figure this out.
So I imagine you guys are also going to go to the bar area.
We need
Oh,
some
yes.
drinks.
So as you guys
Yes,
are getting
we're
some
all
drinks,
tokens.
as you guys are getting some drinks and getting settled down after a little while, Rudolph steps forward and, hey, why can't you move? That's weird. There you go. Rudolph gets up and steps forward and he says, so I don't want to be insensitive because the whole situation and whatnot. And please, if you do need some time to process everything that's happened, I understand. But I do wish to share one more thing with you, which we might not have had time for before. Back when I joined Barovia, when I came in, I knew what I was getting into. I had heard the stories of Barovia and its leader, if you will. And for a large portion of my life, it has been my goal to relinquish this world of its vampiric evilness. And don't get me wrong, there's been many people before you that have tried and that I have tried to work with, but no one has ever come as far as you have so far. You have seen much of this land, and you have done quite a bit. Most of it meritable. Unfortunately, some things not, but it is hard to make the right choice all the time. Anyways, I'm sorry. I know that you are looking for something. You have been told of a place with amber doors, have you not?
We've seen it.
Seen it?
That book we mentioned before, it brings us into the memories of Strahd's past. We saw when he raided the temple.
Esmeralda nods and chips in with that because you've told her already. And as you do, Van Richten rubs his chin and he says, that is very interesting. You see, the Amber Temple is a shadow of its former glory. It used to be a place of worship. A lot of monks and other clergymen and women who were there have been cut down by Strahd. Nowadays, the place lies in ruins, but it is still there. What is most harrowing is what is in the vaults below.
Yes.
What Strahd did in the Amber Temple is something that other mortals can do. With other amber vaults. The vault that Strahd was being called by gave him the power of vampirism. But the vault hides many more, perhaps even darker secrets. But there is also light. From what I have gathered, a sword of pure sunlight might be hidden in the Amber Temple. Now, my resources are scarce on this, but if this is true, perhaps it is worth the journey.
I believe it.
I do not know
It is.
if... Sorry, go ahead.
I believe it is. We've talked to Sergei Konzarovich, the sword's owner.
He came to you.
Yes. Not here in Kresk. We managed to contact him several times. Said
the
to look
water.
for his sword.
Of course. That'll be the only place where he could still be. Listen, if you want to go, if you dare go to the Amber Temple, know this. It is quite a trek, and it is not the easiest. Barovia is not exactly sprawling with life, but going to the Amber Temple means leaving the civilized world of Barovia and venturing into virtually uncharted territory. You will have to go through the Tsolenka Pass, past the gate and over the bridge, and then reach the temple. I have never been there myself, and truthfully, I am not sure whether or not I want to go there, but if you feel called to venture there, know this. Be prepared. It is quite the climb, and the climate is unforgiving. In your current outfit, you will succumb to the cold quite easily, so do prepare before you go there. But if you were to find this fabled sword made of pure sunlight, perhaps that might serve as a starting point to start to find a solution to this world's predicament.
Is there any way to break a deal you know of? We keep hearing about this deal that he made. There has to be... Well, it's a deal that he made, a bargain. So a way to break that. I know that's what everyone's looking for, that's the solutions he's looking for, but I mean, they keep looking for it on his end. Not on the other parties.
A deal is made on 2 accounts. You remove one of the accounts, the deal is broken. If you cannot remove the side of Strahd, you will have to relinquish an old god. I don't think any of us will have that power, let alone combined. No, the solution lies with Strahd, but Strahd is not so easily defeated.
Oh.
You have seen vampires, and you have seen vampire spawns in this world. Those are nuisances, maybe even threats, but... And I mean no disrespect, of course, to your mother, Casariel, he says as he looks at Casariel. They're dangerous in their own right, but ultimately they are only vampires and vampire spawns. But Strahd is something different. He's infused with the power of an old god. It takes a lot more to break a power like that.
It'd take perhaps an army? Quite substantial army?
Numbers would help.
No.
And from what I've heard, some people are rooting for you already. Perhaps
So.
setting the right example would rally more people to your cause. It's worth trying.
I think so too. I mean, could you imagine the wings, the hair, and a flaming sword of pure sunlight? What wouldn't be rallied to a sight like that? And she'll kind of turn to Casariel as if, like, this would be our leader if that would happen.
Would be something.
Would you be willing to take up that mantle? It is a lot to ask, and the sacrifice, if it goes wrong, is enormous. But are you willing?
I have nothing on this world or any other to lose now.
He smiles at you and he points to the little bag that you sport and he says, except for one thing, right?
Casariel, we're going to need to find a way to get you beyond the borders of Barovia if you are to finish saving your mother.
I already know a way to do that, John. The Vistani, of course.
I'll have to talk to them.
Esmeralda grins and she says, what did the Vistani tell you? Remember, I'm part of them. The potions to get to the edge of the mist, it's malarkey. It's not true.
We're
And yes,
well aware.
we, the Vistani, can go through the mist unharmed. That is the bargain that Strahd struck with us when he was mortally wounded on the battlefield back eons ago. But that only extends to the Vistani, not to you.
Yes.
Right.
We could ask them to take her for me, but I'm not inclined to relinquish her just yet. My father is here after all, perhaps being born here again. Should he be born here again, they could meet each other in some way.
That is one place where we know an army rests. We may be able to rally them to our cause.
The Knights of Argynvost.
Their leader is
Difficult,
spineless. Or maybe just bitter. But whatever he is, he's no longer fit for the mantle.
That I would agree with. The man has a warped vision of reality, but given what he's been through, I do understand that a little bit.
Perhaps you should lead them, John. Perhaps you should lead the Knights of Argynvost.
A paladin leading paladins. It could work.
I don't know if I'm worthy for such a mantle either. I don't even know if I'm worthy for the title of paladin anymore.
Now is not the time to doubt yourself. There's only one of us allowed to be sad and upset here, and I believe that's me. So cheer up, you're supposed to be making me feel better.
With that, he'll hand you a drink that he brought over from the bar.
And I will chug it all. And then hand him back the empty cup.
And I'll drink mine. Like, I'm halfway through mine, and all of a sudden there's another cup. Oh.
That's better. Stop feeling sorry for yourself.
What an idea, though. Casariel, the head of this great army of allies that we lead. Flaming Sword, Bright Wings, John, bringing together the paladins that have held on with their hatred of Strahd, their need to do good, pushing them a little bit further, twisting them, but pushing them. And for me, I think there are souls trapped in Barovia, aren't they? I saw them. Sergei showed me a vision. Oh, sorry. It's okay.
He said he'll be RP 1 second, but go on.
Yes, they march every night to the castle, I believe. Isn't that right?
Leader of the spirits. That seems oddly fitting for you.
That's what I was thinking. It's a far-fetched request. It's probably impossible. It's probably incredibly stupid. But, I mean, what else would we have to do here?
Oh, they're marching.
You mean to make an army of them? Of all the adventurers past?
Yes. And there's souls trapped here as well that haven't been reborn. They're spirits in their own right.
the sound of it, by the end of this, we'll have the mist itself rebelling against him.
That might be a bit far. Though, I am curious about his generals. How loyal are they to him?
I meant to ask my mother just that. Something tells me Rahadin.
And Gwendevere, Gwen.
Willem?
Willem, that's
Willem.
the one.
I think she's. I don't know if she's anymore. Didn't he eat her? I think he ate her.
We saw her at dinner the other day.
He
Oh.
ate out of his vision, but I think
That's how
he
vampires are
rose-
made. I understand.
Yes. Yes, I believe that's how it works.
Mm.
Andric Willem is one of his vampire lieutenants. Generals, if you will, but yes. She believes... As a matter of fact, I believe that she was one of his first turned.
We saw her. Yeah, first turn, actually.
Yeah. But how people who are turned, how loyal can they be? Is there any way to turn them on our side?
Oh, I doubt that very much.
I haven't managed to convince one of them, but...
John holds up his hands, and you can just see the sort of strings flowing around them, and he goes, that might be something to explore.
You have a source on the inside. Not a reliable one, but he's there.
It was interesting to see Escher through you. I don't know what you did, John, but be wary of the power that comes through him. Escher might not be a general, but you do know that Escher too is turned, right?
I hadn't really thought of it. I just thought he was an asshole.
Well, think of him as an asshole with fangs. Sorry, that is such a weird image. I'm sorry.
Accurate, though.
This was a strong and difficult night for all of us. I think maybe we can take our rest and try to come together in the morning with some clearer thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Esmeralda hops up from the couch and she says, about this book that you have, a diary, you said. So how does that work?
Yes. Oh, well, we were going to look at it. Drink up, all of you, and let's get started on the tale, I suppose.
So what do? You just, like, he's written everything that happened to him in there?
Yes, but it seems to be written in some sort of magic code. It takes me about 2 to 3 hours to decode it every time. But I give her, like, basically... Yeah. It's okay. So I give her, like, the spark notes that I've been writing up, and there's just a bunch of, like, you know, it's very, like, jumbled thoughts of, like, everything that's happened, and then, like, evil little pictures of Strahd and, like, angry eyebrows.
It's a string board.
The Martians.
Like, here, over here, over here, over here.
Yeah. Like, little smirky little comments of, like, he was a particularly bad asshole in here. All about the, like, wine section where we just go around spilling wine on him is the most detailed part. I give her the spark notes on that. And I'm like, so this is what's happened so far. And every time we want to experience a new chapter, I need to spend some time decoding it. So, yes.
All right.
It'll be a couple of hours, but if you sit around, you'll see what happens to us.
I have nothing planned for the rest of the night, so I would love to see that. What about you, Rudolph? And Rudolph looks at this and he says, just give me the spark notes once you're done. As for now, I would like to retire. I'll be upstairs if you need me.
If you know any, like, protection sigils, throw them up everywhere, please. You know,
Alright.
you're a vampire hunter. I was, just in case.
Oh, yes.
Rudolph. Before, so he's gone. But Esmeralda, is he Strahd?
What? No. He's the anti-Strahd.
Okay, we knew a guy before, Vasily, I think, who he was a friend, and then he came and he was with us for a while. He traveled with us. He was friendly, and then we even stayed at his house. But he was Strahd the whole time.
Yeah, he stole a woman from us. It's the main reason I particularly don't like him. It's in the Spark Notes. Let's have a read of that later.
Just making sure.
Okay. What? Okay. So,
be
shall we just-
careful. He likes to disguise himself, is, I believe, John's message here. But yes.
right.
Drink, talk amongst yourselves. I will let you know when I've decoded this, and Carla will sit her ass down and spend 2 to 3 hours trying to get that all together.
Wonderful. I'll take another drink then. So is there anything else that you guys want to do right now?
I'll bring back a couple armloads of empty glasses from Casariel and myself and back to the bar.
All right. You can all take a long rest right now in the safe security of your own mansion. So if you need it, feel free to apply a long rest. And while you're doing that, ladies and gentlemen, you just fought a vampire. You leveled up.
Woo!
Yes.
Oh, no, that's not a yes.
gosh.
It was her fucking mom.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Well, no,
It was all worth it.
It wasn't her. It wasn't her mom. We just freed her mom from a curse.
Yeah.
So are
Well,
we
yeah.
another level now?
So you are level 9 now. Congratulations.
Whoa.
You're getting to that
Wild times.
double-digit level. Yeah, level 9.
Ugh.
So
I don't even know what happens at level 9.
I get an ability score increase.
So one question, you don't necessarily need it now, or you can wait for it until the next episode. But also looking at our recording time, we usually go for another, say, about half hour. If you guys want to explore the book right now, we can. We probably will not be able to finish that in half an hour. So we can do 2 things. One, we prolong that and we go for a little longer. Or we call it a day right here. Or we go till halfways the book and then call it a day there.
I think let's call it a day because the book makes more sense when it's all in one sitting. I think before we got very confused.
That is fair. What do you think, Casariel, John?
Yeah. Yep. Agree.
I think maybe we can go over what we got from our level up and then call it a day.
Sure. So feel free to apply your level up, unless it's like a very, very big thing. But go ahead and apply your level up, and let's see what you got.
Cool beans.
Exciting. So exciting. Oh.
Well deserved. This was a big fight, and I know it was your mom, but still, it's a big fight.
Oh, I wonder what I just took in terms of spells.
Sorry, that
I'm so
just
glad I don't have to.
reminded me of Sword Art Online. He goes, why does your game keep kicking my heart in the balls? Anyway, yeah.
For a little bit of time, just to fill in, Carla's going to bring Boo out, and she's just going to be like, "It's been wonderful, my dear wonderful friend, but you just aren't that useful at the moment, so I'm going to retire you for a little while, and basically I'm going to be getting rid of Unseen Servant for a little while in this level up. I'm going to try and change it to something
Actually,
else.
so I got that spell from the Tome of Strahd. If I could give it to you, then I would somehow.
Unseen
The ability
Servant.
to use that spell. Yeah.
I
I've never used it.
have it as like a thing that I chose because the way mine kind of works is differently. Like it's something that I have access to. If maybe a couple levels from now I'm like, okay, I actually feel like I want it back, I can change it out during a level up. So it's not that big of a deal. I just don't use it ever.
So how this works is from the Tome of Strahd, every single time you guys finish up an episode,
Oh,
what I
from
do
the
is
Tome
I
of
just
Strahd, yeah.
Yeah, from the Tome of Strahd, I roll a dice, a d6, to check whether or not one of the 3 of you gets something special from. Because at the end of the chapter, you get a spell, right? That way, Unseen Servant landed with Casariel. I am fully okay with during this level up if you want to sort of like hand that over to Carla. So if you get it from the Book of Strahd, thereby relinquishing it from your spell slots, that's fine. I'm
Okay.
cool with that if you guys want to do it.
Yeah, and then you can cast it at will.
Oh,
No
perfect.
spell
Yeah,
slots.
then absolutely. That is
So
perfect.
Boo
Thank you so
disappears,
much.
and on your right side, he appears again. There you go.
Yeah, he kind of goes from being like this. When I put like the cloak over him, he is like the little like napkin with holes in it. He's like a little ghost that floats around. When the napkin goes back over him, he looks more like a Dracula type of thing because he's from the Tomb of Strahd. He's a little vampire.
I love that.
Your little cape now.
Oh, John. This ring. It was Escher when we got it, but it regenerates health every 10 minutes. I think as someone that's on the front lines, this should be yours. And I'll take it off and present it to him.
Do you have anything that protects you aside from your own abilities?
Well, what more do I need? Saloon and my sword,
John
I guess.
holds up the Wand of Wonder and the Skeleton of Accuracy and the Fey Staff. Do you like staffs?
What does the skeleton do again? Witch bolt?
No, the skeleton gives
Yes,
me
right?
no. The skeleton gives me a +1 to accuracy, and he slowly tucks that back into his pocket.
I kind of need that.
Just a stupid staff, then, eh? You just offering me that dumb staff of yours?
Well, or the ring of that,
That wasn't in character.
or the ring of not dying. You could. Why not have that?
No. I mean, we should all want this, but I think since you rush into danger, you have to be close to someone to hurt it for the most part.
But somebody else is always watching my back. Out of character, don't you want to keep the ring?
No, I mean, yeah. Oh, it's not legendary, but what is it, like a right below that? Yes, but you're the tank.
But
So
I've
if you want it, I'll give it to you, and you can give me the staff of cure wounds, and I won't have to use my spell slots to cure you guys. I can just use my spell slots to murder things.
To be fair, yeah, she's very good at murdering things.
Yes.
Being a murderer.
Of course. Well, I was actually considering that you keep the ring and you use the staff so that you don't have to worry about using your energy to heal us.
Plus, the Ring of Regeneration does allow you to regrow body parts that you've lost within 1d6
Yeah, I'm
days.
concernicus about why it's so important that I need to regrow body parts. Like, I don't want to lose any body parts. That's number one. Like, let's not do that. I like all the body parts.
I mean, you take insurance in the unfortunate event that something does happen, right? Not to prepare for the fact that it will. So this ring is sort of like insurance.
So
Casariel draws the ring back as that thought hits her. Like, oh, really? One arm or something would not be a good look on me at all. No, I think.
But in all honesty, here, and he holds out the staff and gives you the staff. Are you sure you don't want this? This can be very useful, and it's for the Fane thing with all the gems.
And the right to bear arms. I only have one.
I'm concerned why we need to worry about this regrowing body parts situation. Really am.
I don't know.
Listen,
He holds up his Wand of Wonder and he goes, "This thing can probably heal us if I try hard enough."
if you ever shoot me with that wand, I will kill you. You don't know what that does.
Exactly.
That is
It
so
could very well heal. We don't know. Okay, you're right.
Can't we identify this or something and figure this out? Like, bring this to a science.
I identified it. I told him. He doesn't care. It shoots birds. It gets rid of crates, and it makes situations infinitely worse.
And it doesn't do
That's all
anything
that he knows.
It doesn't do anything on stone things that I try to move.
Same goes for
You
your
also
book, by the
turned
way,
something
John.
to stone.
That book is not mine. That's Carla's, I think. The book
Yeah, I
of
have-
misspells.
Yes, this thing absolutely useless. It all these spells that it says it has, it does it
Mage
a little bit
Armoire.
differently because it's like, yeah, and I'll do like the Mage Armoire. Look, pretty dress for you. Pretty dress for
what
you
about-
too, John.
Why don't you try one you haven't tried?
spells. Yeah.
Yes.
You should try
Okay,
other spells.
I will point at Casariel and I'll cast message.
Oh, God.
All right.
Sure.
So,
Please give massage. Please give massage.
so Carla, you know message, and you know exactly how you need to cast this cantrip. But looking at this book, and this is where, looking at this book, it's so different. This book is like Swahili to your English. It's like, okay, guess this will work as well. So you do the wavy arm hand thing, and you speak the words that are in the book. And as you do, there is this giant veiny hand that appears behind Casariel that starts giving her a massage for 10 minutes.
There you go.
Casariel, you get 4 temporary hit points out of that.
Veiny hand.
Isn't that wonderful?
I can just imagine it's like the fingers are just slowly.
I don't like it. No, I don't like it. Nope, I don't like it.
The hand is like slightly too large to give you a comfortable massage, but it's still kind of comfortable, so you get 4 temporary hit points.
Okay.
There you go. You're welcome.
So
That's what it does.
For my level up, I got 2 points extra in charisma, bringing me up to a total of 20.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And so now with that plus my proficiency, I have a plus 11 with my maul, which goes down to plus 6 with Great Weapon Master.
Christ.
Very happy about that.
Oh.
You sure you don't want to try another spell, Carla?
I hit things good.
Oh,
What?
please
Oh.
just do it.
Carla, do it. Yes.
Okay,
Just don't
what are my
cast it me this
options?
time.
Okay, what are my options in terms of spells? Like, I know that you can't
So-
give me the actual what they are, but I want the options.
So in the book, you read a total of the following spells: Message, Mage Armor, Hold Person, Speak with Dead, Ice Storm, Teleport, Wish, Fireball, and Magic Missile.
Let's go balls
you
to
wanna-
the wall. Give
If you
me...
want to target something, there are targets outside.
Yeah, let's go balls to the wall. I'm going to cast Wish. I'm going to be
Okay.
like, I wish...
I wish
Strahd-"
you hadn't done that.
I don't know. I wish Strahd gets a silly little hat on him right this instant. He doesn't know why. That's what I'll say as I cast Wish.
You know what, John? I'm going to go ahead and keep this ring. Something tells me I should keep the ring. Sorry.
It's fine. Wait,
Yeah.
you have a ring?
So tell me one more time what the wish is that you just cast.
I said, I wish Strahd gets a silly little hat on him right this instant because it would be funny and it would confuse him. That's my wish.
A couple of miles away from where you are right now, atop one of the dark spires of Castle Ravenloft, Strahd is looking out over his land, taking in the cold air and watching as the thunder rolls in over this beautiful but distraught land. Strahd turns around on his balcony to walk back in, and as he does, a sponge appears right next to his face. It starts to wash him for a minute. Strahd is really confused as to what has just happened to him.
Okay, so so I say that and nothing happens, and I'm like, it's useless. Utterly useless.
You don't know that this happened.
How would we know if... Oh, never mind.
No, that, yeah, but I do feel like if it did happen, he'd know it's us and he'd come and he'd rip our heads off, so...
He has no idea.
Incredible. He's just got a sponge bath. Good for him.
She
Yeah,
was
he's just been vigorously clean for a minute. So
I'll whirl around and I'll point at John and I'll go, hold person. Done this before.
wait. You cast it at John?
I'll cast it at a dummy because you looked very excited about
No,
that.
no.
Cast it,
you
John.
cast it.
Cast it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
cast it.
Cast it at John.
Okay.
Can this be like
So
a...
this-
He's in the
book has-
process of
Especially the
drinking.
redo.
He's in the process of drinking a glass of whatever wine.
Yeah.
Cool. John, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
I'm
God.
very wise.
So sorry.
I am the most wise. Wisdom saving throw. Oh, I'm actually not bad. Except for when I roll like that. I get an 8.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
So to set the stage here. So John is just standing there, trying to be classy with a glass of wine in his hand, which, you know, you can imagine how classy that looks on John.
Oh no, he's
Sipping his wine.
holding the glass like it's a mug.
Yeah. So as you take a sip, Carla just points at you and casts Hold Person. Unfortunately, instead of that, you just flick into almost like you basically close like a book halfway your body as she casts Fold Person on you. And you take, hang on. You take 13 points of damage because she folded you in half.
I'll immediately heal them and be like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
I spilled my wine.
I mean, it's a fabulous bow.
Yeah. That's the best one.
It looks. You're fine. You're fine. Everything's fine.
Why is everything
We're
upside
fine.
down?
Mm-hmm.
He's literally 180 degrees at the waist. His head's looking up.
Yeah, it's not a pretty sight. So it's,
my ass. Spaceballs, you know? No?
Yes!
Anybody?
no,
That's a good
exactly what went through my mind.
Oh.
So if you so wish, you could do one more.
Oh yeah, I could do one. Oh yeah, because I've got 3 a day. All right, why not?
Yeah.
Let's
So
have
message,
fun with it.
Mage Armor,
Magic
Hold
Missile?
Person, Speak with Dead, Ice Storm, Teleport, Wish, Fireball, and Magic Missile.
Well, which one do you think? I'm going
Magic
to
Missile.
hold the book out to John, and I'm like, you pick. So Magic Missile, all right? I'll turn to the dummy and cast Magic Missile at it.
Okay. So as you cast that, spell takes a physical form as you cast Magic Resol, and you shoot for 3 deliciously baked circular balls of minced meat that hit the target but don't really do any damage. You can eat it though.
We found our new pie business, everybody. 3 cheers. We've done it. We've managed to... Oh, this is incredible. I'm
Are
going
they
to go and I'm
delicious
going to
though?
try.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
I'm going to try a little bit. Yeah. See if
They
they're
taste
good.
really good.
Ooh.
New pies! Ah, business is back. We've got generals. We're going to get an army. We're going to get a flaming sword. We're going to get undead paladins, and we're going to have a pie business. We're going to have all the gold in the land. This is incredible.
How many of those
We've
can we do a
Got it
day?
covered.
3 of them. So
3.
3 for 3. Yeah. So that's going to be. We can sell exactly 9 a day. But if we don't sell all of them because of more, then that's incredible. That's great.
At least we have a plan for e-commerce. Getting that back up and running. Perfect.
It's not as if I have 250 gold on right now. I need more.
Yes.
Oh, of course. So I've finally done my level up. Sorry, it took like so long with that, but I took
No worries.
Raised Dead because that's what I was trying to allude to with.
You're gonna make so many friends in this party with that.
It is specifically to raise my undead army against Strahd. I will not use that to generally. I like more chaos type play anyway, so it's fine. And I swapped out Unseen Servant for Heat Metal.
Ooh, yes!
Oh, nice.
Oh, I love that one.
Yes.
That is
Because
one of
I'm
the most
constantly, like-
undervalued. Yeah, that's one of the most undervalued spells. Oh.
I'm like, it's very handy in combat if you play it cleverly, but also in my head, I literally am always like, I want to make a cute little trinket for my party members, but Carla wouldn't know how to do that, but if she learns how to heat metal, she can do that. So I like I want to make little like necklaces and stuff like that for us, so I think that'd be
Good
fun.
point.
Yeah, so
Did
that's
you pick
what I
already,
did.
Casariel?
So I get to change out my spells all the time. I did get new spells. But yeah, no, nothing specific for me. So like no extra attributes, no extra features, just I get one more spell slot. Which will change out all the time.
What's one of your at level 9 you get what 5th level spells? What's one of the biggest spells there?
Oh
that
wait,
you're...
do I?
I think so, right?
Yes, because I'm Raised Dead is 5th level.
Yeah, so you got a 5th level
heck.
spell slot
Wait, no.
now.
Oh, I took Dawn just quickly.
Amazing.
Good pick.
Yeah, which I don't think it's daylight,
That's
but
so thematic too.
yeah,
Like we've got Dawn, we've got Moonbeam, all the radiant stuff.
yeah. I got scrying,
which I had clairvoyance before. I'm not exactly 100% sure of the difference between the two, but I'll look it up. But I think both of those take like a special artifact, so maybe we'll have to be on the hunt for that. Because I think like being able to see what our opponents are doing before will give us a big advantage.
I think with scrying, yeah, you have to have like a thing from that area, or you have to have been there or something like that.
Be familiar with
Right.
it, yeah. Right.
Well, you've been in Strahd's castle.
I have.
We've eaten
I am
dinner
familiar
there.
with him. Mm-hmm.
Ah, very cool. Awesome.
And what about you, John?
I got an ability score increase. That's the biggest thing for me. I got +5 to my charisma now. And so I can hit things harder. My saves are better. If in 2 levels, we're gonna start talking auras.
Love it. So, as the night slowly draws closer, Carla, I imagine that you will start reading from the book. And how long did you say that you spend on that from your long rest?
2 to 3 hours. 2 hours, I think, is the general one I go for. So yeah.
All right. Let me give 1 dice roll for that, because as you get further into the book, it does get increasingly harder. But yeah, that is... that's still enough. Yeah, okay.
You.
So you read the next couple of pages in the book, and as before, you turn these pages and you show them to Esmeralda, and they look almost like you were not wearing your glasses, or like, book is too far away. Like, it's very hazy to look at. Almost as if the mist is playing with it. But as you try to focus on the letters, know what you've read before, the letters will start slowly hitting the pages. And as you're looking at it, you see a sentence forming, and it says, "I wish you had someone like Tachana," he enthused at me. "Oh, but I will," I thought. The book slowly envelops you into darkness, and vaguely in the background, you hear the sound of an organ. And that's where we're gonna end it for this week.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So we need one more spell in that book of misspells that just is blur, but whenever you cast it, everything just looks blurry for a little while from your perspective.
That would be cool.
Anyway. Awesome!
Oh
This
my
was a
god.
rough session. Marissa, hang on.
I'm sorry.
Marissa,
Everything's
please
fine.
tell us how you feel after that.
Are you okay?
No, emotionally distrusting of our DM, more distrusting of our DM. Yeah, no, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Means I'm doing my job.
Did not see that coming. I definitely was not thinking we were gonna have to. I definitely thought maybe she was like a spy, but never was I like, okay, you're gonna have to kill your mom like that. I made some plans here. All these plans. Nowhere in there was how to kill your mother. So that was interesting.
Good.
Yeah, that was crazy.
New show,
You
How I
two
Killed Your
didn't-
Mother.
How I Met Your Mother, how it kills your mother. Yeah. Right.
Man.
That wraps up episode 32. That was great.
Yeah,
It
and like
was.
you two, like that entire interaction of like listening to Casariel and her mother, like you're fucking incredible. You're amazing.
Yeah, that
Like,
was
seriously.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Casariel, hands down, you did so well.
That was a
Well-
amazing interaction.
Incredible job planning all of this. Definitely. Thank God Casariel is like a stiff upper lip type, because I wanted to be like, mommy,
Good point, Aileen. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, next week we go into episode 33, double threes. We'll start off with a new episode in the Diary of Strahd, and from there on, whatever you guys choose to do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Oof.
Yeah. No more Mr. Nice Guy now.
Yeah. We're planning army shit now. Ooh.
And I know what you're thinking. Casariel was never nice before.
She was trying. She was.
I hear ya. It's gonna be even worse now. Yeah, she was. She played patty cake with kids.
No, that was
Warm and fuzzy, basically.
amazing moment when in of like turning from like this purple shining beacon to this dark force. That was awesome.
I'm glad you liked it. I've been like, 32 episodes in. This is one of those things like when you're prepping for a campaign like this, there's a couple of anchor points that you need to prep 32 episodes before you get there. This was one of them. And for the longest time, I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, okay, your mom is going to be a pivotal point in this story, but what to do with her?
Yeah.
And I finally settled on this. And as you got closer and closer, I was so afraid of this episode. As a DM, like honestly, like you control the story for a portion of it, but you hope that this lands the way that you intended. And looking back on today's episode, it was so epic. You guys did so well, and this was it was phenomenal. And I can't wait to get like to the final leg of this campaign and see what you guys make of it in the end. But yeah, this was it was great to see this as a DM, to see what you guys did. It was awesome.
Detect evil and good. That was inspired.
Oh,
Incredible.
Inspired.
smart.
Yeah. I never packed that because John had it, but he's unreliable now that Escher takes over. So
Good point. Yeah.
back on the menu.
All right. So next week, episode 33. Make sure to join us next week, same time, same place on Twitch. If you can't, you can watch us obviously on YouTube, or you can listen to us on all the different podcast platforms. So if you have Spotify, if you have Google Podcast or Apple, or a couple of others, Last of them even, we have an account.
All the
so
things.
feel free to join us over there. And if you want to talk to us, you can also join our Discord, which you can find either on YouTube or on Twitch. There's links over there. So feel free to join us over there. And we hope to see you again next week with episode 33, The Curse of Strahd.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.